Come on in, come on in, come on in. I don't know why I'm getting way more traction on my phone than when I'm on my laptop. I don't know what that means. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Yeah. I'm still learning. Let's get it. I'm still learning. Let's get it. Come on in, y'all. Come on in.
According to a recently filed lawsuit, a Tesla supervisor said, quote, only black workers who'd accept being called the N-word should be hired. Now, again, this is cartoonish level racism right here. This is like the type of stuff that a 12-year-old who grew up in a really racist household would do. Like, he would, like, as a school project, you feel me? Like, okay, class, if you could build a dream company, how would you make it? And then, like, he writes it up and then he gets in trouble. Gets detention. And, you know, that's like what I'm imagining, again, with this level of cartoonish racism here. We continue. Tesla employees have filed yet another racial discrimination and retaliation lawsuit against
Tesla has a lot of lawsuits, y'all. I'm talking scores and scores of lawsuits.
The automaker. This one featuring HR executives who allege they were terminated after investigating and validating workers' complaints of widespread racial harassment. 6 employees at Tesla's Fremont, California production.
Peace, peace, peace. Luna's edits and vids. Hello, hello, hello. Hit the like button, y'all. It's free, y'all. We got to stop being lazy. We got to stop being indolent. The word of the day, indolent. The word of the day, indolent. We got to stop being lazy, y'all. It's hit the like button, y'all. The like button is free. I promise you, if you hit the like button, if you check your wallet, if you hit the like button and you check your wallet or purse, I promise you, your money will still be there. The word of today is we have to stop being indolent. Let's spell it. INDOLENT. Indolent. We have to stop being lazy, y'all. Hit the like button. It's free. Today's segment, we're highlighting Tesla, Elon Musk, who has a history of anti-black lawsuits. Let's talk about it, y'all.
In facilities, 5 human resources professionals and a senior security operations manager say they were unjustifiably disciplined or fired after standing up for workers who made complaints about racial slurs, racial harassment, and discrimination. According to the complaint filed by the U.S. District.
Oh, yeah, y'all. Help me get to 500 subscribers, please, y'all. Let's accelerate that, please. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button if you really rocking with me or you here just hate watching. Come on now. Did it? She said it took me an awfully long time to find out how to like. Hit the like button, please. Hit that like button if you ain't a bot or a thought.
District Court in California on August 7th and obtained by Atlanta Black Star.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is based.
So its corporate leaders in Austin allegedly targeted many of its most outspoken employees
Let's stop being lazy. Hit the like button, please. Let's stop being indolent, which is another word for lazy. Let's stop being indolent. Let's stop being silent detractors. Hit the like button, please. It's free.
Fremont or Fremont. How do you say that, Ben? You live in California.
Fremont, I think.
Fremont, okay.
Those facts don't matter.
Yeah, they don't matter. Okay, so in Fremont, who substantiated instances of alleged racism and discrimination.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. I'm still learning. Hit the like button, man. Oh, I mean, my bad. I got the segment playing. Hit the like button. It's free now. I told y'all it's free to hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Thank you. Let's get it. Oh, we breaking down Elon. See this right here? This is the $137 million racial harassment verdict against Tesla, but it was slashed by the judge. The judge said it was unconstitutionally high. But right now, I want to break down. I'm going to show you too how Tesla has a plethora, has many anti-black lawsuits. This is one example. Yes, Tesla faces multiple lawsuits. Yes, Tesla faced multiple lawsuits and government actions from the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, and the California Civil Rights Department, alleging pervasive racial harassment and discrimination against black workers at its Fremont, California factory. These lawsuits claim Tesla allowed widespread use of racial slurs, graffiti, subjected black workers to worse job assignments and pay. And retaliated against employees who complained. A class action lawsuit involving thousands of black workers and several other individual lawsuits over similar issues have been filed. Pardon me. So this is the gist of what we're talking about. We're talking about Elon and his historical background of discriminating against black people. You know, because this is a black channel, so we're going to be fixated on black people. All is welcome, but don't be offended by the overemphasis of blackness. You know, the trials and tribulations we often go through in this country.
For Tesla in February of 2022 as a senior HR business partner. According to a recently filed lawsuit, a Tesla supervisor said, quote, only black workers who'd accept being called the N-word should be hired. Now, again, this is cartoonish level racism right here. This is like the type of stuff that a 12-year-old who grew up in a really racist household would do. Like, he would, like, as a school project, you feel me? Like, okay, class, if you could build a dream company, how would you make it? And then, like, he writes it up, and then he gets in trouble. Gets detention, and, you know. That's like what I'm imagining, again, with this level of cartoonish.
Please hit the like button. It's free, y'all. Hit the like button. It's free, y'all. Just punch it. It helps with the algorithm. You know, it helps, circulate me into the algorithm, I appreciate it. It's free, y'all. I promise you it's free. Hit the like button, please, and thank you.
Racism here. We continue. Tesla employees have filed yet another racial discrimination and retaliation lawsuit against the automaker, this one featuring HR executives who allege they were terminated after investigating and validating workers' complaints of widespread racial harassment. 6 employees at Tesla's Fremont, California production facilities, 5 human resources professionals and a senior security operations manager say they were unjustifiably disciplined or fired after standing up for workers who made complaints about racial slurs, racial harassment, and discrimination, according to the complaint filed by the U.S. District Court in California on August 7th and obtained by Atlanta Black Star. So its corporate leaders in Austin allegedly targeted many of its most outspoken employees in Fremont or Fremont. How do you say that, Ben? You live in California.
Fremont, I think.
Fremont, okay.
Those facts don't matter.
Yeah, they don't matter. Okay, so in Fremont, who substantiated.
Elon must be lit on K and getting freaky with his workers. Don't forget, Elon is the original. You know he got 12 kids, right? I know he got over 10 kids. He has more than one baby mama. So all this black men having kids everywhere. And Elon got more than 10 kids, and he has multiple babies mamas. You talking about A rich South African, you know, South African. Oh, they didn't dropped off, huh? You leave then, you leave. You talking about your guy Elon, huh? he got 13. Oh, okay. He got 13, huh? Thank you. I appreciate that. And it says Mike said, and a bunch of twins. And a bunch of twins. See that? You see how the haters drop off? See, the real is gonna stay, and the people who's really here just to be nosy and play, they gonna drop off. You know, remember when it gets ultra black, word of the day, when it gets ultra black, people tend to fall by the wayside. So that in and of itself is a case study. You know, you can't talk Mississippi in the chat. Hey, Mississippi in the chat, baby. Hey, come on now, Mississippi, Jackson, man, my grandfather is from Mississippi. He was born in ah what was it? Not Jackson, but he was born in Grenada, Mississippi. Grenada. Grenada, Mississippi. Yep, Grenada, Mississippi. He was born in, and which was actually rest in peace to the brother. Was it Troy Reed? Who's that brother? Pardon me if I botched his name. What's the brother's name? What's the brother name? Did it? What's the brother's name who they just found lynched in Mississippi? He was from Grenada, Mississippi, and everybody keep thinking that he's talking about people in society thinking they're talking about Grenada in Africa. No, Grenada, Mississippi. So pardon me though. Shout out to Mississippi. That's the home base. That's where the family from. That is the epicenter of blackness. You know, when it comes to post Civil War, you know, basically that's the hub. That's where the masses of us was in the South. Pardon me, the brother he brought in Mississippi. But let's get back to this, y'all, because I want to continue decomposing this Elon Musk, and there seems to be a culture of not just harassment against females, but there's a culture of anti-blackness because there's also harassment, gender-based harassment lawsuits that have stemmed from Tesla. Pardon me, y'all. I don't mean to run my mouth.
Instances of alleged racism and discrimination for termination. Among them was Karen Draper, a black woman who started working for Tesla in February of 2022 as a senior HR business partner. In September of 2022, a female Tesla production
Pardon me, hold on. I'm reading the chat. Somebody said that they tired of talking about, well, brother, America made it about race. So, I mean, we say, well, how come y'all always talking about race? Well, America made it about that. So we have to, you got to ask the so-called fondling fathers, because they're not my father. So they didn't. So, but basically, I'm reading the chat. Damn clean. Oh yeah. Who cares about that? That's. Can you show me some books? Show me some books. Federal Bureau investigation. Yeah, show me some books, buddy. FBI bot. Never been to Africa. Nope. Never been to Africa. Sure haven't. Mississippi. Oh yeah, okay, I read that. Like, oh no, bro. Okay. Nope. Let me see. Clean your face. How about that, buddy? Clean your face. Stop complaining, lad. The world is yours, lad. Uh-oh. We got some suspected racists in the chat. We got some anti-black subjects in the chat. Y'all mad? Don't be mad. I never understand white racists. Y'all come try to frequent our platform and think we're not gonna be able to sniff out your anti-blackness. Yeah, it's a new epoch, y'all. They mad. Facts, brother. Shadowgate, slavery never ended. It just evolved. Come on now. Facts. Talk that talk, man. He said, my best friend, that no, brother. I'm right here. We built America right here. This is my country. Right here. This is my country. You're lucky I ain't got my book over here, my other book. But yeah, this is us right here. We built this country right here. Free blood. free blood and sweat, god damn it. And we need our check. We still need our check, god damn it, all right? We need our check. Huh? We need our check though. We need our check, man. You feel me? You feel me? Come on now. What they know about it? Huh? Y'all mad? Don't be mad, y'all. Don't be mad. You feel me? Don't be mad. Don't be mad. You know, what y'all thought I was an ignorant nigga, huh? What I know about Aborigines. I know a lot about Aborigines. I know that the original Aboriginals in the Aborigines in Australia was almost was almost decimated by who? Oh, that's another word. Decimated. Oh, that's another word. Decimated. I don't know how the hell I got into I don't know how I did that, y'all. But I'm gonna have to I don't know. Oh, okay. Here we go. I don't know how I turned on my green screen. Let me see. Hello. Fuck, we gonna ride it out. But yeah, another word, decimated. You wanna spell it? DECIMATED. Decimated. Yeah, oh, you're right, brother. I ain't gonna let the trolls win. The Aboriginal pardon me. The Aboriginals in Australia went through way more than you. Woo! Is that right, huh? You must don't know history, huh? You don't know history, buddy? Huh? Yeah. Who is you? Who is you? Elaborate. You feel me? Y'all got me caught up in the chat. Uh-oh. That y'all sold each other talk. Oh, that old y'all sold each other talk. What's next? Black on black crime? What's next? Not knowing that every race is the number one killer of themselves? It's called intraracial. Not intra. TRA. Intraracial crime. Yeah. You feel me? Let's say, why are blacks, white people, the Europeans are the biggest finessers? Really? Finessers? Last time I checked and vetted VET, last time I vetted, the European was the biggest finesser. The first baby daddy. Yeah, the original. You not know history, buddy? Hey, y'all funny. Barack on Barack crime. Y'all funny as hell. But look though, let's check this out, y'all. Since we talking about that, hey, we gonna pivot. We gonna pivot. White on white crime. Wait, matter of fact, hold on. Let's see how many stick around now. We get to talk about. We're gonna pull up the data. We're gonna pull up the data. What the data say, y'all? I'm a data guy. I'm a guy like I like to say source up or shut up. Either you source up or shut up. You know, don't come on the platform and get to talking all a bunch of jibble babble. You know, source up or shut up. Matter of fact, let me get about this goddamn green screen. Hold on, y'all. I gotta fix this green screen. We can't do this. There we go. There we go. We black. What the data say? What the data say? Fact check. From Reuters. This is a credible organization, right? Credible entity, right? What that say? That say what? 2020, July 17th. Fact check. False data on U.S. racial murder rates. Okay. Users on social media are sharing an image that features misleading data on black and white murder rates. Based on existing U.S. government data, all figures are false. The image alleges, for example, that 81% of white murder victims are killed by blacks. That's unequivocally inaccurate. Data from the FBI and the U.S. Department of Justice show, on the contrary, that more than 80% of white murder victims are killed by whites. Okay, so we don't come in here, don't come on my platform with that minticidal, fibrous rhetoric. Okay, don't come on my platform with that minticidal, fibrous, meaning liar, meaning you're prone to be a liar. And anybody who projects minticidal elements, they're walking embodiment of a liar. Okay, if you go around spewing out rhetoric that is based in lies and based in hate, you are not a truth teller. Okay, you see how I just shut my mouth and I sourced up for you and I provided the facts, because that's what we do on this platform. We don't just talk gibberish. We pull up the sources. Show me the source. You see what I'm saying? We pull up the sources, y'all. Look at the FBI statistics. What are you talking about? This is all. Look, they're trying to question. Are you impeaching? Are you in? Oh, that word. Oh, word of the day. Are you impeaching? Do you know what it means to impeach something? You said FBI statistics. Do you know what it means to impeach intel? Are you impeaching my intel? Impeach means to question the validity. If you're questioning the validity of what I'm propounding to my supporters, I don't say followers. I don't do that support follower shit. To the people who support me, I'm presuming you support me because you're on here watching me. I don't know. I don't know if there's bots and thoughts. You got to be able to sift through all the bots and thoughts. The algorithm tends to funnel bots and thoughts to these type of pages. The pages that talk the truth, the pages that look like me, because you know what? We always still learning. We still learning around here. We don't know everything, but you know what we do? We strive to look up the facts. To look up the facts. He said, look at the FBI statistics like this is propaganda. Clearly it says FBI data from 2017 also follows this trend. 80.2% of white victims are killed by white offenders. And it says, click here. Come on now. This is the truth. This is truth here, buddy. Okay? This is truth. The truth channel. We don't do, we source up around here, baby. We source up. We're not the Captain Kirks around here. We're not the ilks of Captain. Oh, ilk. ILK, ilk. We're not the ilks of Captain Kirk around here, okay? We don't lie. We don't just say anything that comes out. We don't just speak out the side of our neck. We come with the facts. We come with the books. We come with the books. Yeah. Booker T. What you know about it? I can never be a Democrat. Are you a Democrat? Huh? Are you a Democrat? Are you a Democrat? Do you call yourself a Democrat? Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, we read around here, buddy. We read. Okay? We read around here. Shout out to the white guy who actually wrote this book and exposed this other evil white guy. This white guy exposed this evil white guy. So if you're not white, if you're white, you better be like this guy. If you're a true white crony, you better be like John Brown. You better be like Cassius Clay, the real Cassius Clay, and not Muhammad Ali. Let's look up Cassius Clay. Cassius Clay. Let's look him up, y'all. Let's look him up. Cassius. Hold on. Clay. So yeah, if you're not him, if you're not exposing the evils of the system you're in, then you are not a friend. Okay? This white guy went to where? Went to Yale Law School. And he wrote a book about what? About the evils of this president right here. Yeah, and what he did to who? Black people. black people, okay? Not nobody else. Nathan J. Robinson exposed Bill Clinton, your so-called first black president. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, this is a white crony right here, okay? If you're not this is another white crony, another good white man right here. But see, they don't make him like him, you know? They don't make him like him. He had the most duels in U.S. history. Was about that life, okay? Okay? It was about that life, really. Freed all his slaves, and he most of you blacks, neck full of cubic zirconium. Oh, not the cubic zirconium, not the cubics. Let me see. Everything love. Thank you, Frog Child. I appreciate you. Stop hitting the mother until they go to the. She said, "Stop hitting the mother." We still out here learning, boss. Come on now, that's him. That's what I mean, y'all. This is another. This is an example of another white crony. This is another example of another white crony. Joe R. Fegan, who wrote How Blacks Built America. Let me see. Pardon me. How Blacks Built America. And pardon my not capitalizing, but I'm just trying to get to the point. I see that. I realize that. Don't think that I don't realize that I'm not perfect. This is not a perfect platform, okay, guys? We're not perfect around here. We're what? Still learning. That's the motto around here. But this is the so if your white crony ain't writing books like this, he didn't say how everybody built America. He didn't say what? He didn't say immigration built America. Can you hear that? Immigration built America. No, don't do that. Blacks built this mother, and only us, God damn it. So look, that's another good white crony. Who else is a good white crony? Like I said, him right here though, this is my guy right here. This is a good book right here, y'all. Super Predator. Bill Clinton's use and abuse of Black America. Nathan J. Robinson. I want to know why I get so much traction on over the phone, but when I log on my laptop, I don't get nearly as much traction. I peeped that. Build Africa. He says, what does that mean? Build Africa? Are you saying there's no buildings? What? They literally make us hate you. They literally make us hate you. I don't know what. I'm assuming you white. I'm assuming you Caucasian. You of the Caucasian persuasion, you know. But nah, see, don't get mad at the truth. See, they hate this though. Hey, they hate stuff like this. They hate this, y'all. They don't like this. Peace, Demi. But no, they got me off. Hey, the chat got me off they didn't got me off course. I didn't let y'all take me off course. Let's get back to the Tesla. The Tesla, what I'm supposed to be on is highlighting Tesla's anti-blackness. So since Demi done stepped in the room.
According to a recently filed lawsuit, a Tesla supervisor said, quote, only black workers who'd accept being called the N-word should be hired. Now, again, this is cartoonish.
And like I said, y'all, look, y'all, this man, they have so many, just, hold on, y'all. Tesla, so many lawsuits. How many lawsuits? Y'all, they have so many suits, y'all, it's crazy. I'm talking like in the thousands. List of Tesla lawsuits. This is a partial list of lawsuits involving Tesla. The American automotive and energy company since 2008, as of August 2003, is party to over 1,750 lawsuits. And as of September 2021, it is party to 200 in China. So it has a plethora of lawsuits domestically and abroad. So, pardon me, a significant number of these cases notably derive from the actions of the company's CEO, Elon Musk, who is also party to many of his own lawsuits. So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to show y'all, like, this is, and then this is the most major one, 137 million racial discrimination lawsuit that the judge sliced. The judge cut, he cut significantly. Pardon me.
Racism right here. This is like the type of stuff that a 12.
The chat jumping, huh? Keep going, fam. I will, bro. My bad, y'all. My bad. Pardon me, black family. And to whoever's honestly interested. If this platform is for black folks, all is welcome. But we talking black stuff right now. We talking about us, so yeah.
Lawsuit, a Tesla supervisor said, quote, only black workers who'd accept being called the N-word should be hired. Now, again, this is cartoonish level racism right here. This is like the type of stuff that a 12-year-old who grew up in a really racist household would do. Like, he would, like, as a school project, you feel me? Like, okay, class, if you could build a dream company, how would you make it? And then, like, he writes it up, and then he gets in trouble. Gets detention, and, that's like what I'm imagining, again, with this level of cartoonish racism here. We continue. Tesla employees have filed yet another racial discrimination and retaliation lawsuit against the automaker. This one featuring HR executives.
You're right. I completely divested from Tesla. I sold all my Tesla stock and all that. I don't own no Tesla stock.
Who allege they were terminated after investigating and validating workers' complaints of widespread racial harassment. 6 employees at Tesla's Fremont, California production facilities, 5 human resources professionals, and a senior security operations manager say they were unjustifiably disciplined or fired after standing up for workers who made complaints about racial slurs.
Can I please get some like buttons, y'all? Can y'all please hit the like button, please? It's free. It's free. Hitting the like button indicates to me that y'all rocking with me, and I don't have no secret hate watchers around here, or no spite. I don't want to hit that like button. I hate this nigger. Is that what it is? Or self-hate. I hate my black skin. I can't give this Negro no like. Small gesture, but really a big. Thank you, Demi.
Harassment and discrimination, according to the complaint filed by the U.S. District Court in California on August 7th and obtained by Atlanta Black Star. So its corporate leaders in Austin allegedly targeted many of its most outspoken employees in Fremont or Fremont. How do you say that, Ben? You live in California.
Fremont, I think.
Fremont, okay.
Facts don't matter.
Yeah, they don't matter. Okay, so in Fremont, who substantiated instances of alleged racism and discrimination for termination. Among them was Karen Draper, a black.
So, Don Paulie Walnut said, "What they do in China? What for real? What they do in China, right? For real? Because they can remember Elon competes with China. They compete with China, y'all."
Black woman who started working for Tesla in February of 2022 as a senior HR business.
Yeah, thank you, Demi, for cleaning up shop. Anybody that's blatantly disrespectful, please disperse. Put them on timeout. If it's all white, just vulgar, then yeah, just boot them. Thank you.
This partner. In September of 2022, a female Tesla production supervisor, BM, took a medical leave of absence, which was approved, the lawsuit says. Despite its medical necessity, BM's manager, Christopher...
Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that gesture, man. Appreciate that small gesture of liking and subscribing. I really do. It means a lot. It's heartfelt, for real, for real.
For Lindsay.
A lot of call, but only a few are chosen. And I'm cool. I don't need a lot. I don't want everybody named mama. I just need the right, critical mass, which is, a small number or quantity needed to maintain the whole. I don't need everybody named mama. I just need, a dynamic few. Thank you.
Was angered by her absence. Uh-oh. No, we're getting into some trouble now. They seemed to have a personal vendetta against her and wanted to fire her while she was out, while he repeatedly expressed in emails to HR and other operational managers. Well, see, that's an ode to capitalism right there. If you're sick, who cares? If you have a broken leg, who cares? If your kid is in the emergency room, who cares? Either you work or we'll replace you with an AI program that can barely read, you know, so that's the time period we in now. Okay, so we continue. First, 3 HR staffers who directly reported to Draper told Lindsay that such an action would be illegal and subject Tesla to liability. Since the employee had no documented performance deficiencies, Lindsay pressed them to fire her anyway, in a loud, aggressive, and maniacal way, the complaint says. Draper then met with Lindsay herself to explain why terminating BM while on protected medical leave, excuse me, was illegal. But Lindsay was, quote, loud, rude, rabid, and intransigent with Draper, who then reported his behavior to Nicole Burgers.
I would agree too. Rock empowerment. I would definitely agree with that. They don't make their business black friendly. They don't, unequivocally.
Oh, that's an awesome last name. Nicole Burgers. The overall HR manager for the Fremont facility, who was based in Texas, Burgers and other managers had began treating Draper as an angry black woman. Oh, here we go. She's sick. She just wants a few days off. You know, she's tired. She works hard. She just wants a little empathy. But no, we can't have that. We continue. The lawsuit says Tesla employees often complained about seeing the N-word in graffiti on walls across the plant and bathrooms, and even now on Tesla vehicles rolling off the production line, as well as frequently finding nooses on their desks or equipment.
What are you doing? I forgot to renew my passport, so I'm faking my trip online.
I mean, this...
Hey, that commercial. Y'all see that? She said she forgot her passport, so she faking her trip online. That's really insight. That's a snippet into the average layperson in society. People do things for clout. They want to, somebody said my room is, it's very clean, very clean. Okay? And I have a roof over my head. I'm not homeless. I thank God I'm not homeless. I've been homeless before. So all that clean your room and all that shit don't get to me. That does not bother me. For one, because I am housed. I am not displaced. So that's why I don't play that jokey about homelessness. I don't do that because, I've been through that before.
This calls into question, like, what are your hiring processes like? Because again, like, this is like middle school type of stuff. Like, oh, we're going to hang a noose in here. We're going to, like, a car that's on the production line coming out with spray paint on it. That's a waste of money. Like, why are these people working for you? But I
also want to show y'all too this right here. This right here. Black people. Why is it always about race? Look. Because we're talking about lawsuits now, right? How race impacts personal injury settlements. Because somebody in the chat said, why is it always about race? Well, look. The number one reason why race affects personal injury damages, 4 examples that prove it does affect them. The number one reason why race affects personal injury. See what I'm saying? Like, so this is another barrier that we have to deal with. Yeah, we can levy lawsuits, but we're not going to get paid the same because of racism, anti-black racism. It's another one. I want to show y'all how race affects personal injury cases. So that's why I say, y'all, we source up around here. We don't do that yappity, talking and saying things and you can't prove it. Prove it. Source up. Show me. I want to see it. So, pardon me, right? It's another one. But one that has Dr. King's face on it, though. Where is it at? Let me see. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me for a second. But see, it just go, Black Lives Matter. It just never fails, though. Race is a factor in personal injury settlements, So, like I said, it's just, But now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I want to find I want to find this one with Dr. King on it, y'all. Pardon me. I didn't kind of. No, this is still relevant because we're talking about Tesla lawsuits, and I'm illustrating to the channel how, to my supporters, how, like I said, I don't do followers, supporters, because y'all support me. You feel me? How or how not only this is relevant to lawsuits, but I just wanted to show how. Is this it? No. Let me see. MLK face. Where is the one? Where is it at? No. Right here. Boom. So look, y'all. MLK. How race, look, more than 50 years after MLK's King's assassination, race and gender are still used to justify lower payouts. How race impacts personal injury cases. So, you see what I'm saying? Like, y'all, this week we celebrate the birth of MLK Jr., who dedicated his life to the cause of racial equality and social justice. Dr. King's work led to the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which I kind of partially agree with, because there was actually riots going on in this time. You know, yeah, there was early riots in the 1960s. So I would say it's a combination of the riots coupled with, you know, grassroots activism, you know, taking place. But yeah, which outlaw discrimination based on race, color, religion, and gender, or national origin. Yet, still more than 50 years after King's tragic assassination, race impacts personal injury cases. You know, race and gender, y'all. It's race and gender. So race and gender. So for women too, black women is even worse. So race and gender based wage tables used to calculate damages in a personal injury test case determined that an African American woman will receive about half as much as a white male in the exact same situation, y'all. So I'm gonna get back to it. We ain't gonna necessarily break it down right now, but I just wanted to show y'all how, you know, race impacts. They say, hey, why you always talk about race? Why is it always about race? Well, this is why it's always about race. Because we're still dealing with the problems and the implications of anti-black racism in this, you know, part of North America, or well, what should I say, North America? Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. Back to the, you know, lawsuit claim, because we're talking about Tesla's lawsuit, Tesla's historical and long litany of a background when it comes to lawsuits, y'all. So back on cue here.
Oh no, ask Elon Musk. All right, we're almost done. The plaintiff Linda Peliquin, an HR manager who is Asian, was also allegedly fired by Burgers in retaliation for complaining and speaking out against Tesla's refusal to fire an employee for patently, I got a lot of sun in my eyes, y'all, my bad. Patently racist misconduct. In Peliquin's case, a white manufacturing employee made an angry comment to a black employee on the production line, asking him, quote, "Do you want to hang by a tree?" A noose had previously been found hanging at the facility. Yeah, Ben. So again, do you agree with me, like, when I say that this is like kind of like middle school level racism? Like, this isn't even sophisticated. This isn't like, oh, we're gonna like jimmy the numbers to pay you a bit less than your white colleagues, or we're gonna take your benefits away. We're gonna give you the worst shift. Like, it's not subtle like that. It's just like, well, we're going to draw the N-word, and unless you're cool with being called the N-word, then you can't work here. Like, is this not kind of like 14-year-old level thinking?
Right? This is yeah, y'all. It's like I said, y'all. Atlanta black, Atlanta. Yeah, Demi. Yeah, it's. That's why I say ain't no such thing as, oh, the past. Hey, it's not. Man, nothing has really. Yeah, on the surface, it seems like we're free, but no, I disagree with that. Like, it's so much systemic and structural anti-black elements that are still reverberating, reverberating, you know, bing, 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 you know. Please, y'all, hit the like button. Help me get to 500 subscribers. I appreciate it. You know, it's a lot of coonery, a lot of buffoonery on YouTube. I'm coming with the facts. We coming with the data. You know, we gonna look up everything. You know, we sourcing up around here. You know, so I would appreciate it. Atlanta Black Star. Atlanta Black Star, Elon, no, gotta put the right, gotta spell it, at least spell it right. Elon Musk. So, okay, our apartment, so boom. So yeah, y'all just wanted to pull up the little, this is, like I said, want to be hanged by a tree. This is from Tesla. Supervisor said only black workers who accept being called the N-word should be hired. Lawsuit claims. So, and then like I said, y'all, it's just, more than 50 years after MLK's assassination, we're still dealing with race and gender. It's still being used to justify lower payouts. So this is a quagmire for black women, black men, and women as a whole,
I mean, I definitely agree. It's very overt, blatant, horrible racism. I don't know what middle school you went to. I didn't have news.
I'm just saying it's juvenile. It's juvenile. Like it's not like they're not getting anything out of this. You know what I'm saying?
Not subtle racism. They just are really pushing the boundaries of what's going to get them fired and really trying to get fired. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, basically, because again, it's like this isn't even beneficial racism. Y'all just clowning around. All right, let's continue here. One of Pelican's direct reports, Adam Chow, investigated the black employee's complaint and confirmed that it was intended to be racially derogatory and implied a threat of violence, and recommended that the white employee be fired. Pelican concurred.
Pardon me for a second. Look, if you black and y'all serious, I need some ideas. I'm gonna start going live more. I want to start edifying, because this is when y'all learning, I'm learning. We all learning together. It ain't it's not a, it's not a, it's a, we all learning. I'm learning, we learning. So I want ideas on how to just, make the channel just more gravitational, not just entertaining. We ain't here just to be on some cool shit. No, we ain't here just to be on some goddamn buffoonery. We here to learn. We here to learn and not only discuss, and not only learn, but here to cultivate solutionary avenues, like what is a remediating solution, remediating, to remediate, what can we do to actually, I don't really think there's too much we can do when it comes to projected anti-black racism. But what we can do is file lawsuits, file the suit, file the go to the EEOC. I implore any. It's so much workplace discrimination, workplace anti-black microaggressions, y'all. Yeah, so that's the number one. No, is knowing, keeping track, logging. Paper trails, everything when it comes to lawsuits. If you experience some type of microaggressions, log it. Like I said, hitting the pockets. That's the only thing white supremacy respects. They only respect loss of life. I hate to say it, y'all. Loss of life and loss of finances. If you're not hitting the pockets, if you ain't hitting, and I'm not, what's the word? YouTube. No, disclaimer. No, I am not alluding or I'm not alluding or I'm not insinuating that one should go out there and be violent. I'm just saying that when it comes to the system that we're in, this system only respects certain types of behaviors that affects the bottom line. Let's talk about it, huh? I'm still learning.
Chow, who is Asian, was pushed out soon after advocating for the firing of the employee who allegedly said, quote, "Do you want to hang by a tree?" the complaint says, despite previously excellent performance reviews. Ray Sethna is the senior director of global security operations, and Ozell Murray is the head of security. Sethna counseled Murray that he should be informed
all new black security he should be informing all new black security personnel that the use of the N-word was, quote, simply ingrained in the culture at Tesla. Simply ingrained.
You hear that? Saying that the N-word is ingrained, hence structure, hence systemic. It's anti-blackness is literally the fabric of America. Hate to say it, I mean it is. Anti-blackness is literally the fabric of America, y'all. I mean it is. Anti-blackness is the fabric of America, okay? This book is not talking about, it's talking about a president who specifically and exclusively singled us out. And how his laws was not beneficial to black America at all. But they say, the first black president, like that's buffoonery. Because he can play the goddamn saxophone. Because you got some hot sauce in your purse. I pull a bottle of hot sauce out. Black folks, we all get excited. Oh, they can dance. Like, what the fuck? We got to stop being so easily duped, easily gullible and lulled, Lulled, lulled to sleep. I think that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. We're gonna have like a word. I gotta, cause I'm a word guy. I love words, So with me loving words, and I love to use words, and I love to, make sure that the connection is always crisp. I don't want to use a word and then not. That's why when I use a word, I like to define it too. Because like I said, it keeps the connection. It keeps the nexus, NEXUS. It keeps the nexus, which means connection. Keeps the connection crisp. And it's not like a, it's not a, or people speaking, or people, these politicians, they speak in a way that like they're trying to speak over your head intentionally. And I'm not trying to speak over nobody's head intentionally. I'm trying to speak, in a level. I'm trying to speak in a way that connects, but also that shows that that exudes a level of intellect, because I read, because I study, and I want my people to know. I want my supporters to be, locked in with me, locked in. And I want them feeling, like they learned something and leave my channel, Pardon me, not my channel. This is YouTube channel. I don't own this channel. I'm mindful that this is YouTube, y'all. This is YouTube. So hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate that. So that's what it's going to be. I need to figure out how I'm going to do a segment. I'm going to have these shorts. I'm going to make a short. And it's going to be, because remember how many words it is, y'all. It's a zillions of words in dictionary. So I'll need to figure out how I'm going to make this short segment into a word of the day type of thing, to increase the vocab. But I will say this, reading consistently, reading articles, and that helps with your fluency. I find myself using words just, innately, because the more you engage in healthy activities such as reading, then yeah, let me shut my mouth and get back to the video.
Into the culture at Tesla. And I'm sorry, that's funny. And Mirai should only be bringing aboard people who are willing to accept and acquiesce to the prevalence of the word in the workplace. Like, it's just what we do, man. What you mean?
Tried to grab a snack, didn't go to plan, but hey, my bearskin hoodie is still warm. This thing is awesome.
Hey, I mean, this obviously this is problematic, but it's just so silly that
Really
people are like this in 2025. That we're facing so much regression in so many ways, socially in this country, economically in this country, and man, if only we could get past this, what we could do. The sky really would be.
If only, right?
The limit if we could get over just like petty racism. The sky really would be the limit if we could get over just like petty racism and petty sexism. And I'm tired of the sky really would be the limit if we could in this country. And man, if only we could get past this, what we could do. The sky really would be the limit if we could get over just like petty racism and petty sexism. And I'm tired of seeing gay people walking around outside on the streets. I remember the good old days when they stayed inside. or at least dress the way they're supposed to. Like, let's get past that, and then we can have a much better society. But I suppose we're not yet there. All right. The 6 plaintiffs accused Tesla of retaliation, wrongful termination, disability discrimination, and failure to prevent unlawful discrimination in violation of California law and public policy. They seek a jury trial to determine financial damages, including loss of income benefits and employment-related opportunities for growth, as well as compensatory damages for injuries. I'm sorry, y'all. I really can read. Y'all know I can read. I got a lot of sun in my eyes right now, so it is what it is. Including damage to professional reputation, humiliation, mental and emotional distress, and punitive and exemplary damages. They also want Tesla to pay for their legal costs.
Hell yeah, they got the money. Tesla got all the money. Tesla got the bread, right? You know, Tesla got the bread to do it, so why not? Punitive. They need to do punitive damages and punitive damages. Punitive, and that's the one thing about this bastardized language. Punitive, you know, it's punitive means not only to punish, but also if you go in the store and you say, "God damn, these goddamn punitive goddamn prices," it means it's like these high prices, you know. So that word punitive, meaning one word in dictionary, one word can have 10 different meanings based off the context. So it's that's the bastardized language. Help me get to 500 subscribers. I appreciate it, y'all. Please help me get to 500 subscribers. I appreciate it. You know, I'm still learning platform, which is owned by YouTube. I don't own this platform. Pardon me. You said you like you from Fortnite. Y'all is crazy. Kitty said Jamie. I'm trying to figure out what you talking about. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being a supporter, you know, because we don't do the follower rhetoric, you know. So I appreciate the support for real.
I mean,
Just to recap, y'all, we're talking about Tesla's anti-black racism, which is rampant in the Fremont, California factory, and we're just decomposing this video, and we're highlighting everything. We're highlighting how race impacts personal injury and gender, not just race, but gender. Gender impacts personal injury as well. Pardon me. Race and gender, meaning black women, black men, and females receive lower payouts. It's used to justify lower payouts. You see that? This is a source. This is not me talking. It's not me just saying a bunch of black people, we get lower payouts, and it's like there's no proof. Because you can say a lot. You can yap, and people will just go, and just believe it, and don't question me. Question me. Question everything, okay? Please. Pardon me, y'all.
look, listen, at the end of the day,
Pardon me.
I don't really, this is obviously a reflection of Elon Musk and how he runs his company. It's got to be. Elon Musk, who throws out the Nazi symbols because he thinks it's cute. Elon Musk, who's always pushing great replacement people in the black community, brown community, the Muslim community, the Jewish community, whatever it may be, minorities, women, you know what I'm saying? Like just being a woman, being gay. Unfortunately, these are the types of harassment, instances of harassment that people have to deal with in the workplace often. So what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that racism's a lot better, even if you can get something out of it, but at least I suppose you can see a motive behind it then from a racist person. In any instance, racism is just not only wrong, immoral, but it's just...
There's really only one smart choice for chefs, and that's titanium. Hi, I'm Jeremy Solomon.
Very stupid. It shows somebody, again, who is unwilling to evolve, unable to embrace their fellow human beings, their fellow citizens, their fellow co-workers as people.
Type of one in the chat. Would y'all like me to do a, like I said, we're gonna do, I wanna do a segment where we, pardon me, where we can, yeah, like a word segment, you know, to not only elevate, but to increase our, you know, to increase our inventory of words, you know. So I'm gonna do a you can hear me? Okay, bet. I'm gonna start doing segment. I gotta, yeah. That's one thing too, y'all. I'm about to invest in like this I'm about to get a GoPro. I'm about to start just I'm about to pour some money into my channel, more money in my channel, because I love doing this. This is what I do, y'all. I like to teach. Like, let me show y'all. Hold on, man. Y'all ain't seen the books, man. This is my library right here, y'all. This is just a small part of my library too, y'all. You see this? Right here, y'all. This right here, this needs to go viral. Share this. They said black men don't read, what? Huh? You know what they say, what? If you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book, right? The Richest Man in Babylon. It's one of my favorite books right here. Teach you how to save money, how to be frugal with your bread. You know, right here. This is a great book right here. Very, you know, very small, or very, like I said, very less than 100 pages, but it's a great book, y'all. So I want to incorporate books into the channel, you know, incorporate books. But I know these books is all of them, most of them is long as hell. So I got to figure out how I can still be informative. But I'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, y'all. See, how blacks built America, labor, culture, freedom, democracy. You know, this right here is about the Jews right here, how they built Hollywood. It's called An Empire of Their Own. How the Jews invented Hollywood. So this is not me being hateful or anti-Semitic. That's what the book is called. How the Jews invented Hollywood. An empire of their own. How they came together and literally built Hollywood from the ground up. So yeah, y'all. You know, black people invented everything. They say this brother's pseudo though. They say 5% of the pseudo. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't concur with that, but yeah, y'all. So I gave y'all a quick snippet into my library, the plot to kill Dr. King. You know. So, this is what Kyrie Irving's not. Kyrie Irving is not a $40 million slave. And he got this concept from a white fan who actually told the black man, hey, the white fan told the black basketball player, you're nothing but a $40 million slave. And that's where the author got the name of this book. Some will say, oh, how could you be a basketball player and a slave? Trust me, don't think that you can't, just because you make a lot of money doesn't omit you being doesn't omit you having a slave mentality, you know? Great book. Oh, this right here, paramedicine. So every time you in them streets and you hear the emblems, yeah. Show some respect for black men, all right? Yeah. Show some respect for black men, because we was out here. We was the first, you know? So make sure you pull over to the side. And every time I hear that, ever since I got exposed to this information, I make sure I pull over to the side. You know, because I know the history of it. So, but yeah, y'all. Oh, diet. Diet is important, y'all. You know, food forensics. It's important. So, respect is earned, not given. Yeah, I would agree with that. But sometimes you got to take your respect too, though. So, no, this is right here, though, y'all. What y'all think about this one? The $27 millionaire. How Mario Kelly turned 27 into millions by revitalizing communities and cleaning up the business world. Yeah, I need to tap into this, brother. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't read this book. I need to read this by Mario Kelly. Brother did prison time and all that. Homeless. He was homeless. That's what I mean by like, you don't, I don't play that. Making fun of the homeless. Don't do that. So, yeah, y'all. Oh, water wars. This is why I'm serious. Water wars is real, y'all. Like privatization, pollution, and profit. This is real, y'all. Water wars is real, y'all. Matter of fact, yeah, pardon me for a second, y'all. Water wars is real. Water wars is real, though. Pardon me for a second, y'all. Hold on. Pardon me for a second. I have to use the bathroom. Pardon me. Pardon me. Okay. Yep. So, I've been bouncing around, y'all. Hey, y'all been bouncing around here, bouncing around there. Hold on for a second. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. I'm black. We black, y'all. My bad. Um, damn. Okay, yeah. We ain't done. My bad, y'all. I had a little reboot. Had to reboot the brain. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, we're gonna get back to. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, I wanted to show y'all another video. My bad, y'all. My bad. Look. Kamala Harris. Water wars. So this is in regards to water wars, y'all. Water wars. My bad. I don't want to pivot, but I'm a, me, y'all. I like exposing stuff. So let me see.
Rico Reckless on why he's cool with his 15-year-old son.
Even when I trying to, like, he 15, you gotta think.
Water.
I was 12. Like,
wars.
I was like, I don't laugh.
Water wars is real, y'all. Like, that's a real thing. Like, water wars is real. We ain't gonna watch this whole thing. This is about an hour. I want to get to the gist though. But this right here, remember, y'all, this is in relation to the book I got. The book, y'all, right here. Water wars. So look, pardon me. I don't think this is it. No, that's not it. Pardon me, y'all. That's not the original one I've seen. Water wars. Where is it at? Right here. Here it is. Pardon me. This is it.
This
right
episode
here.
Is brought to you by CuriosityStream. Get free access to Nebula, the streaming platform built by all your favorite YouTubers, when you sign up for CuriosityStream at the link below. The world is full of valuable resources.
Thank you, Demi.
Some are valuable because they produce energy.
So yeah, this one we can watch. It's 12 minutes. And remember, y'all, it's pertaining to water wars. That's why I'm so serious about water. And and I have a filter. And I actually, since we on live, y'all, my supporters, get y'all one of these, y'all. Amazon. I need a sponsor. What's up, Amazon? I got so many of these. Aqua Youth 2.0 shower filter. Y'all, see? I got more. See? I got. What's up? Can I get a sponsor? Shoot. You see this? Filters out lead. Filters out all. This is a superior water purification system, y'all. This is meant, and it lasts 4 months. So you ain't got to replace it every month or every 2 weeks. It's every 4 months. You know. So this is vital. Our skin is an organ, y'all. Our skin is an organ. Okay. So you on this channel, we gonna learn something. We ain't on this channel to be dancing around and a bunch of fucking buffoonery, coonery shit. Okay? When I go live, no, it's time to learn. God damn it, I'm still learning. So yeah, y'all. Aqua 2.0 shower filter. This is the best. All right. Okay, excuse me. Whew. Okay, y'all. Water, back to water. I don't mean to bounce around, y'all, but water wars. This is vital because water is a biological imperative. So I'll just be a partner. We're gonna get back to Tesla, but I want to watch this real quick. It's about 12 minutes.
Others because our ancestors found. This episode is brought to you by CuriosityStream. Get free access to Nebula, the streaming platform built by all your favorite YouTubers, when you sign up for CuriosityStream at the link below. The world is full of valuable resources. Some are valuable because they produce energy, others because our ancestors found them a convenient medium of exchange. But there's one resource that stands above the rest, one that has allowed the continued existence of life on Earth: water. Earth is known as the blue planet. Over 70% of the Earth's surface is covered in water, but most of it is very salty. Humans require fresh water, which represents only 3% of the planet's total amount. Of that 3%, 2/3 are frozen in ice caps and glaciers.
Damn, y'all hear that? It's 3% fresh water, and of that 3%, only 2% is trapped in glaciers.
That 3%, 2/3 are frozen in ice caps and glaciers, leaving just 1% of the water on Earth fit and available for human consumption. If that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen, it's because it is. Climate change and growing water consumption are rapidly depleting this vital resource, and that's leading to global tension. In this episode, we're going to discuss the consequences of our shrinking water supply and what we should expect in the coming decades.
Water.
Some basic facts. Human civilization.
Don't waste the water.
On water. There's a reason 90% of human populations can be found within 10 kilometers of a body of fresh water. Over the years, some cities have misused their water supply or failed to consider its importance, leading to problems down the line. Mexico City is one notable example. Initially constructed by the Aztecs, Mexico City was once located on a large lake. Over the years, the Spanish drained the lake to make room for more buildings, and today, the city is home to over 20 million people and an acute water crisis. Cape Town, South Africa is another striking example. Beginning in early 2017, the city started to experience a severe water shortage, and over the following year, they became the first major metropolitan area to begin a countdown to day zero, the day they would completely run out of water and shut off the taps.
Wow.
This was quite a wake-up call to the people of Cape Town, and between strict government rationing of water use and an impressive response by the people, the city was able to push back day zero several times, and eventually stop the countdown altogether. But these emergency measures will not be enough going forward. More and more cities are facing water shortages, and the brunt of the suffering disproportionately affects poor people, those who are already living precariously. Water insecurity and inequality are only getting worse. According to
Watch, you're gonna hear Kamala Harris on here. She's gonna be on this video. She's gonna speak about water wars. Water wars.
Assessment by the UN, a full 2/3 of the world will live in water-scarce regions by 2025, which could displace as many as 700 million people. And by 2040, most of the world won't have enough water to meet demand year-round. We can get by without most resources, but we cannot live without water. A human being can only...
You hear that? We could not live without water, y'all. It's a biological imperative. Why the hell they even charging us for water? The hell? Like, why is all these goddamn Flint, Michigan, dirty water? Like, you know, like, it's just, this world, man, America gotta do better, man.
Get by without these resources, but we cannot live without water. A human being can only survive 3 or 4 days without water. It's non-negotiable. When a region experiences a water shortage, it starts a domino effect that can have disastrous consequences. Water scarcity leads to food insecurity as crops die and farmers can't irrigate their fields. Critical systems begin to fail, sparking violence, either internal between members of the affected population or external by their government to secure more water from contested sources. These are usually small-scale conflicts and often don't involve the use of military force. Fighting over water is not unheard of, but so far, there have been fewer than 30 instances of armed conflict over this precious resource. This number will increase dramatically in the coming years. So, what factors are causing these problems, and can we avoid them? A big part of the problem is climate change. As global average temperature rises, regional weather can become erratic and unpredictable. We're seeing more droughts, more wildfires, hotter temperatures, and less precipitation, often in already critically dry regions. As these weather trends continue, water reserves will dry up, and regions without the means to secure more water will face a serious problem. We all need to drink water to survive, but we also need to allocate water to produce food. Farming, especially less advanced methods, uses a tremendous amount of water. Growing necessary, region-appropriate crops is one thing, but we humans also have a tendency to demand food that is incredibly water inefficient. The king of these inefficient foods is beef. For each kilogram of beef purchased by the consumer, we spend 15,400 liters of water. Per cow, that's 2.7 million liters, more water than you'd find in an Olympic swimming pool. One comparatively easy way to conserve water would be to limit the amount of beef we produce. We in the Imperial Core have become accustomed to being able to buy whatever food we want whenever we want it. This comes with serious consequences, including the use of slave labor in developing countries and highly inefficient farming methods to produce crops we normally wouldn't be able to get in certain seasons. Considering the average American's carbon footprint and level of consumption far exceeds the global average, we need to be willing to make some sacrifices to help mitigate both climate change and stress on the dwindling water supply. The final factor that influences the availability of water is allocation of the handful of major freshwater sources around the world. There exist a number of critical rivers that provide water for huge numbers of people and vast expanses of farmland. And more often, the people towards the end of the chain aren't getting enough. The 5 big locations for control of water are the Ganges, the Nile, the Tigris and Euphrates, the Indus, and the Colorado River. I recently worked on a documentary about the state of the Colorado River, and the problems we face here in the US are pretty alarming. The Colorado River provides water for 7 states, many large cities, including Los Angeles.
Yeah, Demi, for real though. Charges for necessity. Thank you. He been explained it. I'm confused. We didn't hear Kamala though.
And Las Vegas,
Kamala Harris
5.5 million acres of farmland and over 40 million people. It's currently in its 20th year of drought. There is more water.
Remember, y'all, this is water wars, you guys. Water wars. I think I actually might do my next segment on this because this is essential. Water wars, y'all, is important. We waste, and we're wasteful as hell in America. We waste fucking water. We don't even drink water, okay? We're freaking dehydrated. Pull up that data. Not just black folks, but Americans, okay? Freaking dehydrate. Go drink some water. Water. You gotta have that water. Water. That's a half gallon right there, y'all. Half gallon. Stainless steel, preferably. You know, or glass or plastic that don't have BPA, but I wouldn't recommend any type of plastic. No plastic, y'all. Water wars. Privatization, pollution, and profit.
Leaving critical reservoirs like Lake Mead and Lake Powell than there is flowing in. Lake Mead currently sits at 39% capacity, and Lake Powell at 36%. If the drought continues, and at this point people are having to seriously consider whether this is simply the new normal, a large portion of the US will run out of their reliable water supply in a matter of years. States like Arizona are having to start prepping for their own day zero countdowns. And tension between states and between urban areas and agricultural areas is becoming more severe. Each state wants...
So I want to say thank you. Thank you for, thank y'all for supporting me and, watching and hitting the like button. I appreciate it. It's heartfelt.
To ensure they get their allotted water, and that's becoming more and more difficult. Fighting between municipal water providers and farmers is constant. The urban areas saying they use water more efficiently and provide water to a far greater number of people, while agricultural areas claim their farmland as their birthright and assert that they're providing a valuable service to the country by producing their crops. While farming is critical, we do produce a lot of crops in desert regions to accommodate spoiled Americans wanting certain foods all throughout the year, which requires an enormous amount of water. Water rights are an incredibly complex and fraught topic, but I suspect American farming practices will eventually have to change. But whether in the US or around any of the other key rivers, many of the disputes over water ownership stem from overuse of rivers, poor logistical planning, and the construction of dams or diversions, which downriver populations feel, often rightly, are preventing them from getting the water they need. This is especially common along the Nile, where Egypt often doesn't receive enough water by the time the Nile has passed through the 9 nations further upstream. Regardless of where in the world these tensions arise, they all present a potential flashpoint for conflict, especially in regions where a water source is shared by nations with less than friendly relations. I'm sure many of you heard the Vice President's recent statement about water.
And here's the other thing, because I also, I'm in a lot of meetings on foreign policy. For years and generations.
Here we go, y'all. Right here. Kamala, right here, y'all. Kamala discussing the water wars.
For years and
water.
And here's the other thing, because I also, I'm in a lot of meetings on foreign policy. For years and generations, wars have been fought over oil. In a short matter of time, they will be fought over water.
While it is striking,
you hear that? Y'all hear that? Rewind.
Politician admit that water.
And here's the other thing, because I also, I'm in a lot of meetings on foreign policy. For years and generations, wars have been fought over oil. In a short matter of time, they will be fought over water.
While it is striking to hear a politician admit that current wars are fought over oil.
You hear her admit though? Look at Lori Lightfoot. Did y'all remember though? Y'all remember? She said that wars are already concurring to the fact that wars are fought over oil. Now she's saying futuristically, wars will be fought over water. Preserve and appreciate your water.
And not to spread freedom and democracy like they so often claim, this is actually a 1995 quote by a former World Bank vice president. We've known for years that our water supply would become a point of contention in the next few decades, vice president. We've known...
Pardon me, y'all. I'm going to go back. I want to pause it. We're going to dissect that. Many of the wars of the 20th century were about oil, but wars of the 21st century will be about water unless we change the way in which we manage it. That's deep, y'all. That's deep. So as I'm saying, y'all, that's why I be appreciating everything. I don't all that wasting food, wasting stuff, waste, squander everything. No, man. And plus, I think about people in Africa or people anywhere they don't got it. I'm still learning.
Quote by a former World Bank vice president. We've known for years that our water supply would become a point of contention in the next few decades, and we've done very little to mitigate the problem. In fact, just like with climate change, those in power have tried to find ways to monetize the suffering of others. The US is the most powerful country in the world by far. That fact has completely gone to our heads. And because of this, American leadership feels we have the right to invade other nations for literally any reason, or no reason at all. When we figured out we'd need more oil to maintain our dominance, the US invaded countries with large amounts of oil. The same will happen with water. We'll occupy countries where water conflict is starting to pop up, we'll claim we're there to maintain order and stability, and all the while we'll make the problem worse to feed our industrial war machine and quietly siphon off all the water we need. Then you've got individual billionaires like Bill Gates, who has finally gotten
I can't stand this dude, y'all. I do not like him. I do not like, man. Everybody, he's a philanthropist, and he does this, and he does that. Listen, he's a tech guy, a laptop computer guy. How the hell you go from slanging laptops and software to telling me I gotta do this and I should do this, and you speaking from a medical, like you got some type of doctoral medical degree or something. And not even that, you don't study pathogens. You're not a what's that word? Listen, man, you don't listen. This guy he's troubling to me. What y'all think? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Bill Gates is troubling. Thank you. I appreciate you for real. I appreciate you for real. Is it? I don't want to say Coco or Choco or. I appreciate you. Can you like, share, subscribe? Pardon me. I appreciate that for real. I appreciate you for real. He has the money to hire the best of the best of the best to know this. Oh, okay. I ain't gonna go back and forth with you on that one, but having the money to hire and then speaking like you are, speaking as if you are the hired, nah, that for real. I appreciate you for real. You know, knowledge is power, especially when you apply it. So let's, start preserving the water, taking care of our water. And like I said, we need to go get a water filter, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all one more time for the people in the chat who didn't get to see it. Go get y'all a water filter. We spend money on everything else, on weed, on this, but we can't spend money on this, which is our skin is the largest detox organ. Your skin is an organ. It doesn't breathe. It absorbs. Okay. So definitely, this right here is essential. It's $60 on Amazon. And like I said, every 4 months you got to report. Every 4 months you have to replace the filter. So that's a steal. Health is wealth. Health is wealth, y'all. Water wars. Pardon me, y'all didn't bounce around. We were talking about Tesla, Elon, and to water wars. But see, when you got all these books, and when you got all these books and it's so much to talk about. I mean, it's so much to talk about. When you got all these words of the day segment. When you got it's so much. It's no excuse not to put out no information to the people and teach. Thank you.
Some recognition as the terrible person he is for trying to prevent free vaccine distribution in order to make even more money.
Hold on.
The Gates family owns nearly 207 states, who has finally gotten some recognition as the terrible person he is for trying to prevent free vaccine distribution in order to make even more money. The Gates family owns nearly 270,000 acres of land, most of it agricultural. If I were a betting man, I would assume that Bill's got some nefarious intent with the water rights on that land. Then, of course, we've also commodified water, and you can now speculate on water futures on the stock market. But we commodify everything, so this should come as no surprise. Though it does seem deeply dystopian to have wealthy people betting on drought severity while their fellow human beings suffer. If you put that in a movie script, the producers would say it's too on the nose.
It's unfortunate that we as a society have a low attention span too, like where's the real black nerds at? Where's the nerds in general? Where's the people who like to learn, who actually like to assimilate? Word of the day, simulate, who like to actually absorb knowledge. Where them people at? Like I said, just stick around, Say that water though, cherish the water.
But this is the reality of the state of water precarity around the world. Reserves are drying up, key sources of fresh water are quickly becoming flashpoints for conflict, and imperialist nations like the US are gearing up to fight their next generation of wars over water. It's a shame to say that we really shouldn't have expected any different. The only goal of the imperial core and capitalist powers of the world is and always has been the maintenance of global domination and the exploitation of the developing world for their resources. Water is no different. It's a resource that everyone needs, and that makes it incredibly valuable. The water wars are coming. They won't be advertised as such, but Waterworld is and always has been the maintenance of global domination and the exploitation of the developing world for their resources. Water is no different. It's a resource that everyone needs, and that makes it incredibly valuable. The water wars are coming. They won't be advertised as such, but watch where imperialist militaries end up. It's only a matter of time.
Not pseudo. Everything's verifiable, y'all.
You'd like to learn
we don't do that.
Is and always has
I'm gonna rewind that one more time. This is essential, So next time you drinking some water, y'all, understand the value of it, in the necessity of potable water. And that's another word, potable, which means drinkable, potable water. Potable water. We have to start appreciating our water because water wars is here. And like you said, it will not be broadcasted Ain't no goddamn commercials. Hey, get your water. It's going short. But that's why I'm here, you know. That's why I'm here to edify and enlighten the people. I'm still hence I'm still learning. Hence I'm still learning. Appreciate you.
Maintenance of global domination and the exploitation of the developing world for their resources. Water is no different. It's a resource that everyone needs, and that makes it incredibly valuable. The water wars are coming. They won't be advertised as such, but watch where imperialist militaries end up. It's only a matter of time. If you'd like to learn more about what the world could look like as we approach date,
This is what got this small snippet, because this not even considered a documentary due to the duration. It's like it's less than 15 minutes. But this right here is what compelled me to get the book and compelled me to do research. You know, like water wars, y'all. It's real. It's not pseudo.
Zero, I highly recommend you check out World Without Water on CuriosityStream. It's a sobering look at the state of water scarcity around the world, but it does offer a ray of hope. CuriosityStream is an established streaming platform with a solid track record of caring about great educational content and the financial security of those who produce it. They've got thousands of nonfiction titles from some of the best filmmakers in the game. As you probably know, YouTube doesn't treat its creators very well. That's why some of my YouTuber friends and I teamed up to build Nebula, so we don't have to worry about demonetization.
Back on Tesla? We back on Tesla now. Okay, we back. We're gonna go ahead and just kill this Tesla.
When you divide people,
because that was the initial segment. Remember, y'all, Tesla. Remember how personal injury, how it affects race and gender. Just to do a quick rehash. Race and gender affects personal injury. How race impacts personal injury, you know. Race and gender-based wage tables used to calculate damages in a personal injury test case determined that an African American woman will receive half as much as a white male in the exact same context. So, yeah, y'all, this is where we at. And we're talking about Tesla and how they're continuing to perpetuate anti-blackness. Want to hang by a tree. Tesla supervisor said only black workers who accept being called the N-word should be hired, lawsuit claims. Atlanta Black Star. And the lawsuits are verifiable. So you can't compose an article and say somebody's being sued if they really ain't being sued. Okay, pardon me.
and judge people and hate on people based on the color of their skin, based on any difference between you and them. It shows how weak you are. It shows how how antiquated and backwards and soft you are as a person. You should be able to be near people who are different than you on account of them being people still. So it's just unacceptable in every way. It's ridiculous. And these things can't be allowed. When complaints are made, a novel idea might be for the company to say, oh yeah, that person's fired, rather than saying, let's just acquiesce and kind of.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Is it, like I said, I don't want to botch your name, Coco or Coco, but basically, I appreciate that. I'm glad I was able to impart some information upon you that you feel that was significant and you can apply it to your life. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for, Information, inner form, like it forms your, information forms, your inner.
Of get used to a culture of racism, although that is a novel argument. I will grant them that.
Probably do well in court. Yeah, just deal with it. Just suck it up.
They could also say, oh, when the guy said, would you like to hang by a tree? He just meant, do you want to hang out by a tree?
Exactly. He just wanted to know if he wanted to have a picnic. That's all he was asking.
And the noose was ropes we could put our hammock up. We could lay in a hammock together.
Exactly.
That's as plausible as any argument, but obviously we know what the real intention was, so there's also that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, again, I'll just close out by saying people really do go through harassment in the workplace. It is real. It's not something to scoff at. And it's very important that we address these issues.
It's very real. Like I said, workplace harassment, workplace anti-blackness, it's real. It's very real. And we can't be naive and think it's not real. Appreciate you, Demi. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Was there any more on Tesla before we break down this article? Tesla. So y'all they just constantly being sued.
But what's going on, man? I seen down there in California, Tesla's having issues. There was a lawsuit filed.
Lawsuit, man. What's going on, man? Somebody crash again?
This isn't the most recent one, y'all. This is another one. This isn't the one I just showed. Is this month, this year? This is some other
Tesla crashes from the cameras that are on the car.
They make compilations to show you the effects that
what's crazy is it's not. It's about racism, and and black people. It's a group of black people who made the lawsuit up, and I believe there was another one before this, but there was some, I guess, racial slurs for managers, HR. I guess there was comments about liking booty or something.
Yeah.
That's what it said. Racial slurs, workplace issues. Comments like likes booty. I don't know.
She got a big old ass.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know. Maybe okay, that's what it's about.
That's what it was talking in the office.
Rich old white dude probably saw a young black thing.
Tanya, the ass is banging.
Yeah, you're stupid. So yeah, that's probably what it is. But yeah, it's a lawsuit going on, and I think this is the second or third time I heard something like this from Tesla, factory or workplace.
Well, I've heard before there was actually a situation where people felt like they weren't getting an equal opportunity as workers. So that was probably a couple years ago. It died down because obviously they got paid off for things I handled. But Tesla is just they're innovative as far as.
That's the thing too, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this too. That's the thing too, y'all. Lawsuits. The vast majority of civil suits settle. They don't go to trial. And trust me, I know. I'm speaking from experience, okay? Most lawsuits, especially civil cases like personal injury, settle before going to trial. While exact percentages vary by case in jurisdiction, many estimates suggest that over 90% of civil cases are resolved through a settlement. See what I'm saying? So it's that whole going to trial, and that's more money, is more time exhausting. So it's actually more advantageous to just settle. Just go ahead and settle that shit. Just settle it out. Pardon me.
Technology goes and everything goes, but there's a lot of drama behind the scenes, especially with Elon buying Twitter and not being able to do what he said he was going to do with it, which is basically, I heard Elon already came and took over Tesla. Like, he even started nothing.
He didn't. Elon bought Tesla. Elon hasn't constructed anything. All his companies he's bought, he has purchased. PayPal was 3 people.
Tesla was sued by Black.
PayPal was 3 people. It wasn't just Elon. It wasn't just one person with PayPal. It consisted of a team. With just,
Another former
Tesla
employee has.
It's just back to back, y'all.
Another former Tesla employee has filed a lawsuit alleging racist and sexist comments in the workplace. The Mercury News reporting that Chanel Dixon, who is Black, worked for the Tesla solar power division. She said she endured racial slurs and inappropriate sexual comments while on the job. Last October, a San Francisco jury ordered Tesla to pay nearly $137 million to a former worker who also said he suffered racial abuse.
Just being local, you kind of hear about NLC, you see the yard, people training everything, linemen out working, so.
Elon Musk. Oh, that guy from Tesla. He's known for these brutal workplaces that we've seen going around, but what we haven't seen so much is that it's also a hotbed for racism, harassment, all across the board. Because yesterday, California Civil Rights Agency, they filed a lawsuit against the company from the plant in Fremont on behalf of thousands of black workers who experienced blatant discrimination on the job. Now, this is after a decade of complaints and a 32-month investigation. This is some of the allegations that some of the workers have experienced there. Tesla segregated black workers into separate areas that its employees refer to as, quote,
pardon me, she said everyone takes a plea nowadays because they're going to trials. Yeah, you're talking about forced to make you talking about plea deal? You talking about criminality? You talking about civil suits? Civil suits, the vast majority of civil suits go to settlement. So we're talking civil. Pardon me. We're not talking criminal cases right now. We don't strive to get wrapped up in those. But I appreciate your input though. And like I said, just to show you, race impacts personal injury. They always say, why is it always about race? Why is it always about race? Why? Why is it always about race? Because the data says that it's a reason. The data shows that it's about race. You know? That's why people are like, why are you always talking about racism and race? Because they trying to give me low money because I'm black. That's why. That's the issue. You know? So I'm glad I'm able to put this information out there, though.
Porch monkey stations. That's great.
Porch monkey.
The dark side, the slave ship.
Man, hey, they got a name for God. Hey, white folks got names for everything. They got some of the most creative, incomprehensible names when it comes to anti-black rhetoric or anti-black verbiage. It's mind-boggling, y'all.
Workers had to scrub floors on their hands and knees, and they were relegated to the Fremont, California factory's most difficult physical jobs, is what this suit also states. Graffiti, including KKK, Go Back to Africa, the Hangman's Noose, the Confederate flag, and F-N-word were carved into restroom walls, workplace benches, and lunch tables, and were slow to be erased.
Damn.
Also what this lawsuit says. Not only were Tesla's black workers subjected to willful, malicious harassment, but they were also denied promotions and paid less than other workers for the same jobs. They were disciplined for infractions for which other workers were not penalized. Now, this all comes when the percentages and the number of workers here at this plant were 20% of the Tesla's factory assemblers were black, but there's no black executives, and just 3% of the professionals at the Fremont plant are black, is what this lawsuit also says. So, this always comes straight.
I don't understand your point. I don't understand your point. I don't mean to botch your name. And we have black conservatives. I don't know what that means. You care to elaborate, please?
To my mind is how everyone's saying, hey, Elon, come on to Texas. Come on to Texas. We don't care about our citizens' rights either. Maybe you can hire some more folks and treat them like this too. Now, we don't know if Elon is running around the plant going, here, do this, do that. But we do know that this culture and this atmosphere was definitely allowed, and whoever was hired to oversee this stuff definitely allowed it to go on. So last October, as a part of this as well, there was a San Francisco federal court that ruled that Tesla must pay former worker Owen Diaz approximately $137 million after he experienced racism while working for the company. And
big bag. Y'all remember that though. Remember he just said, see, but the judge cut that. Let's cut into that. See, the $137 million racial harassment verdict against Tesla slashed by new jury. So look, an astronomical $137 million jury verdict against Tesla has been reduced for a second and potentially final time. But as a matter of fact, let me go back because really I want to show the $137 million. The judge did $137 million. So boom. So the judge cut it though, y'all. Pardon me. So, but this is the jury. The jury. Pardon me. Before that, let me see. Hold on. That's. I'm talking about the judge. Let me see. Pardon me. It's right here. So. The judge sliced it. So boom. So in 2021. The jury found Tesla guilty and ordered Tesla to pay 137 million damages, of which 6.9 million were for emotional distress and 130 million were for punitive damages. The verdict was one of the most significant in the class. Pardon me. The verdict was one of the most significant in this class of lawsuit. So this judge right here, look, in 2022, y'all, a racist judge. I'm gonna call him. Who the hell is this? Real quick, I want to see who this is. Whose judge is? Yep, William O'Kirk. Is he conservative or Democrat? Let me see. What is he? Appointed by Obama. That's what. Look, he was appointed by Obama, so that don't mean shit. Hey, hey. Pardon me, y'all. Hey, so look, y'all. A black man appointed him. You know, a black man appointed him. You know, but he showed him find no sympathy. He showed him find no sympathy for that black man. This the judge right here that sliced this brother's $137 million lawsuit, y'all. He sliced it to look. He said judge upheld the jury finding of Tesla's liability, but reduced. He upheld the liability, but reduced the total award down to 15 million, y'all. Look at that. He reduced it to 15 million, y'all. 15 million. To go from 137 to 15 is crazy, right? So, boom, he reduced it, and but the reason why he reduced it, he said that it was unconstitutionally high. Like, no, what this brother went through was unconstitutional. You know, his experience is unconstitutional. So, people who make 100,000 an hour convince people who make 25 an hour that people who make 7 an hour are the problem. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm assuming. Let me see. Is that I don't know. Yeah, you're definitely right, JC, about that for real. As far as speaking up, being vocal. But I just want to illustrate, you know, the high reduction of the judge. You know, of this. And brother, when you said skinfolk, I was pointing out, no, this judge right here was appointed. This judge that reduced that black man's $137 million settlement, he was appointed by a black man. He was appointed by Obama. So that tells you how that don't mean nothing. The fact that a black man is the reason why, you know, the very fact that a black man is the reason why you got this position. He appointed you. But that sympathy, knowing what black folks go through historically, it didn't resonate with you though, huh? No. So you reduced it. But yeah, y'all. So that I find that interesting. And that brother was a brother. He was a brother. See if they got a picture of him. He's right here though. Yeah, but yeah, Tesla just have black. They just got so much, just a long litany, a long, extensive history of being sued. Specifically, black people though have been known to sue them, and that's what I'm saying. You got to hit their pockets. You know, you ain't gotta. You know, they want you to do. They want you to do ignorant things. They want you to do things that's gonna put you in jail. No, hit them pockets. Lawyer up. Get you a lawyer. Garner all your facts. Garner, GARNER. Gather all your facts. You know, and seek counsel, proper counsel. All right, let me see. So yeah, that's that. Pardon me. We can get back to what I was in. So we was on this one right here, but basically, an astronomical 137 million jury verdict Tesla has again been reduced for a second and potentially final time last Monday, following a 5-day trial on damages. A federal court jury awarded Owen Diaz, a former Tesla elevator operator, 175,000. And in this field is hard to get in for black men. This field right here, elevator operator, that's not an easy field to get in. That is a good old boys type of atmosphere. You don't see too many. Yeah, they get this union, this sector of union jobs. That's good old boy network. It's not easy to get into. So salute that brother for, his last name is Diaz, but he's a black man though. I'll show y'all a picture of him. Owen Diaz, a former Tesla operator, 175,000 in emotional distress damages and 3 million in punitive damages, totaling nearly 3.2 million, almost 134 million shy of the award he originally obtained. So he's getting less. So y'all, they reduced it even more. So recovered the original verdict in Diaz versus Tesla, in which San Francisco jury awarded 130 million. This one he got the first time the jury awarded, but the racist judge, I'm gonna say anti-black judge, the Democratic judge, the old Democratic judge, Democratic judge reduced the 137 million. Go figure. And that same judge was appointed by a black man. What that mean? Nothing. Okay, so, pardon me. Even before, so okay, so so, all right. So when, pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. Let me get back to where I was at. Okay, so a San Francisco jury awarded Diaz 130 million in punitive damages, 6.9 million in emotional damages for racial harassment he suffered at Tesla in Fremont, California, almost a year ago. Reported here, the federal judge in the case ruled. Remember that racist judge I was telling you about? The federal judge ruled that the verdict was excessive and gave Diaz a choice: either accept a reduced award of 15 million in damages or face a new damages trial before a different jury. Diaz chose the latter. He chose to just a whole new trial, whole new jury, as opposed to taking the reduced 15 million, y'all. The reduced 15 million. So, yeah. And yep, so, and it says, look, a decision he may now regret. Although the reduced damages award must be welcome news to Tesla, it may still be too high in that the punitive damages are more than 17 times the amount of compensatory damages, which therefore exceed constitutional limits. For some time now, we've called for updated standard jury instructions that inform jurors before the render of a verdict about the strict constitutional limits that apply to punitive damages awards in civil cases such as this. Boom. Over our jurisprudence and the principles it has now established demonstrate that few awards satisfy the due process. Robbie versus McKesson Corp. Okay, a 1-to-1 punitive to compensatory damages ratio is most appropriate because of the low level of it's reprehensibility, something that is reprehensibility and the substantial amount of the compensatory damages award. Boom. So ultimately, wait. So let's get to this is a short article. I realized it was just short. Damn. All right. So, because that's a whole bunch of legalese, y'all. Legalese, legal blah blah. Boom. So, while Monday's verdict may seem like a comparative win for Tesla as measured against the 2021 verdict, yeah, which was over 40 times higher, y'all. It was over 40 times higher. So I would argue that that's another systemic anti-black issue. They don't want no black man getting no goddamn. They don't want no black man getting no 137. Hey, y'all, they don't want no black man getting no goddamn $137 million. That's a lot of bread. They ain't even worth 100. That judge ain't even worth 130 something $1,000,000. The hell, this black nigga getting over. So you know they had to put a stop to that judicially though. Okay, it underscores the preposterous unpredictability and lengthy duration of the traditional litigation process for cases like this. Even before the original 137 million verdict 2 years ago, another black employee sued Tesla for similarly offensive racial harassment that occurred at the same location. However, that employee, unlike Diaz, had signed an arbitration agreement. The arbitration ruled in the employee's favor and awarded him $1 million in damages. That's it. Fuck that. Which was obviously still a very large amount of money, but that amount pales in comparison to the facts. Pales in comparison. That 1 million that you settled out. See, and when you settle. You don't get. Trust me. You don't trust me. I know. When I say I know. All right. I know, y'all. Okay? I know. So when I speak from either experience or I speak from, I speak from experience, y'all. So I ain't speaking out the side of my neck. When I say I know, trust me, I know. This is what you would call a souvenir or, yeah. For having to fight the system. That's what I do. I fight. I'm a fighter. So, yeah, y'all. That person that settled out, they got 1 million, and which pales in comparison to 137 million, which got reduced. But yeah, so or even the 3.2 million jury verdict that Diaz obtained in his jury trials, employers and employees alike can reap the time and cost-saving benefits of arbitration agreements, as we've written about here, which remain enforceable in California despite the persistent efforts of certain politicians and courts to outlaw arbitration. We will continue to monitor and provide updates on developments in Diaz and Tesla and other major California jury verdicts involving employers in the days to come. So yeah, y'all, this is deep though, y'all. This is deep. Yeah, for real. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't go live on my laptop, but I don't get. It seems like I get way more traction on my phone. It seems like I'm about to Google that. Matter of fact, I'm about to Google that now while you're on here. But why is it? I swear, I get way more traction on my phone than I do traction. Don't blame me. I get way more traction on my phone than I do my laptop. Why is that? Can anybody, riddle me? Let me see. Why does mine? Receive more traction on phone than laptop. Let me see. See if there's some science to it. Okay. See, kind of guy. I don't like all that. We're gonna figure this. Let's see. There are several reasons why YouTube Live may receive more traction on phones than laptops, primarily due to the unique characteristics of mobile viewing, user behavior patterns, and recent feature updates. Okay. Interesting. It's interesting. For real. But no, I want to say thank y'all, though. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. We about an hour into it, and like I said, I'm gonna keep it up because I love this, and I just want to get more better organized and more structured and more, get my compartmentalization down, more precise. So I appreciate you, Demi. For real. He said I'm high as Shaquille. O'Neill's. Y'all is funny in the chat. But yeah, and Demi gonna get you up out of there quick. Yeah, y'all. That's I appreciate y'all. Oh, y'all back in this joint, huh? We back. We got some respectable and commendable supporters, huh? For real. I appreciate it. But like I said though, I got so much, but I don't want. It's such thing as overfeed too. You know, you want to do microdose. You don't want to, just dump a whole bunch of information on you. Like you gotta take it in and absorb it. You know, for real. Don't want to information overload. So, like I said, I definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. You know, I'm curious about this though. This is what I'm curious about right here, y'all. Because you know how sometimes they write books and they tend to sensationalize, you know. Peace from the UK. Please subscribe. She says because they're watching your movements, you're more comfortable on your phone. Yeah, I believe you, sis. I believe you. Well, I said sis. Whomever, pardon me, I didn't mean to say sis. If you be, brother, sister, But yeah, I concur. I concur with that. That's true. That is definitely true. Matter of fact, you got me one of the. I'll subscribe if you get this question right. What is the best weapon in the A? What's the best weapon in the AR-10? What's the best weapon, AR-10 or AR-15? I'm trying to understand. You're gonna base your subscription off me. You're gonna base, if your subscription is based off a federalized comment, then you can keep your subscription. I mean, you can keep it. It's okay. I'll get there. I'll get there. He said I'm ex-military. This is very. It says very. How is it, Ernest? Please. How was your query, Ernest? Huh? How is it, Ernest? Pertaining to Deacons of Defense, pertaining to the Black Panthers. Do you know? Since we're talking about firearms and artillery, do you know the reason why California's gun laws is so stringent is due to the Black Panthers and them exercising their constitutional rights? Do you know that? Riddle me that. But no, to be frank with you, I've never operated neither. So I wouldn't be able to tell you. So, unless you want me to lie to you. He's up from the UK. He said, what the hell would I know about US laws? Well, I'm teaching you. I'm letting you know that the reason why to this day California has some of the most stringent and most severe gun laws, or should I say restrictive, prohibitive gun laws, is due to my ancestral lineage. But doing it from the standpoint of understanding, knowing your laws, knowing your rights, knowing that you have, constitutional rights. So it was more than the fact that these Black people were not only exercising their rights, but they knew the intricacies and the legalities of said rights. Okay. You see, your ancestors was Sugar Ray Leonard. You right. Matter of fact. Thanks. Matter of fact. Oh no, Demi, you should have. I'm not affronted by that. Oh, that's another word. Affronted, which means offended. AFFRONTED. Affronted, to be affronted. Yeah, I'm not offended by that, Demi. As long as they're not being, saying nothing vulgar or nothing crazy, like, you know, ST, you know, the little disrespect. I actually want to. You just triggered me, but you triggered me in a good way. I want to play something that's on my channel too. So I'm gonna go to my channel and play it. Let me see. Pardon me. I'm gonna see right here. All right. Right here, y'all. Which video was that? Was it? Okay, right here. Just pardon me. Go to shorts. Go to, because he's right about that. That is my ancestor. He's right. Where is it at? Right here. Where is the Black American? Right here. Pardon me. Right here. It's right here, y'all. Look. I'm still learning.
Amount of fighters. One thing I want to point out.
Oh, you good, Demi? No, he's right. He's right though. Look.
About Terrence Crawford. There's these archetypes in boxing. The great Mexican fighter. Right now, the Eastern European fighter has exploded in the last 10 to 15 years. And their school of boxing and the culture that comes along with it, their mentality, their approach and temperament to the sport. We know the Mexican temperament and approach and a lot of the style to the sport, and so on and so forth, all these different cultures. This was yet another reminder that when it comes to boxing, that little black kid from the ghetto is quite a formidable force till this day at this highest level. And that archetype still remains king, still has produced the greatest amount of fighters in the world. And I am proud to acknowledge that as a fellow American. May not be a black American, but I'm American. These people are my countrymen. And the United States has...
You're right, Demi, unequivocally.
...the most world champions in the history of boxing. Mexico's at number 2. So you saw the top 2 historic cultures, you know, at it in the ring. And they're going to do it again and again and again. This ain't, you know, this is a great rivalry. I want to acknowledge that because, I don't know, some people, for some reason, I don't know, I get uncomfortable about it. They don't acknowledge it. We're quicker to acknowledge the...
Listen, he's right. He's listening. When we say, we talk about what we've done, our culture, and that's racial, that's divisive, or that's this, or he's right. Listen to what he's saying. But you other cultures we're more likely, or society is more likely to embrace and to laud and extol, extol, which means to uplift. You know, other cultures in comparison to Black American. You know, as far as like it's always a problem or pushback, or you know, in us just recognizing and appreciating the value of what we've done. You know, the inventions, the doorknob. You know, the doorknob was invented by Osborne Dorsey, a black man, you know, so.
Japanese honor and culture, the Mexican warrior, just for some reason, I don't know, I get uncomfortable about it. They don't acknowledge it. We're quicker to acknowledge the Japanese honor and culture, the Mexican warrior, the stoicism and skill of the Eastern European, tip of the hat to the Black American fighter, which has, in fact, produced the greatest fighters of all time. If you made a Mount Rushmore, they might all be Black American. You know, if it's Ali, Robinson, Henry Armstrong, Joe Louis, Floyd.
Yeah, stuff like that. Come on, you gay and all that? Bang, yeah. Just get them up out of here. That's zero. We doing zero tolerance for disrespect. So anytime you see stuff like that, Demi, it's all about having respect. You feel me? Don't come on this platform. It's not my platform, but don't come on this medium, you know, that's provided by YouTube to disrespect. You know, don't do that. It's all about respect. Respect is reciprocal. I give it, so I demand it. You know, we don't do that disrespect, just blatant, random disrespect for no reason. We don't do that. That's what we're talking about. That's what you call anti-black cyber attack. Don't do that. You know, but I'm sturdy. I can, you know, I can withstand it. You know, but the people that I have conferred with, you know, being a moderator, you know, they gonna get you up out of there. So when it says best fighters black because they got That's slaving and fighting since before Christ. Whoop the other fighter like they the master. Would you talk? Would you? That sounds like similar. What's his name? Jimmy the Greek. Remember Jimmy the Greek? Whoop. But you're right though. As far as like talking about, as far as like you're right though. That does emanate from slavery. As far as the in the enslavers instructing black men to fight themselves. Yeah, that's just sport and play type of thing. Flaunt multiple heavy chains. It's a part of our history. What do you mean? Like it's a part of our history. It's like gold. It's a part of us, and it's my brand. I'm still learning. You know, it's the brand. I'm still learning. There's nothing ignorant about this. It's nothing remedial. This signifies, you know, pupilhood. It signifies constant pupilhood. You know, constant reminder to be, you know, mindful that I don't know everything. You know, so back to this video.
Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, Roy Jones. Salute. One thing.
Interesting. Fact, they talk about black on black crime, but we've always pushed each other to be better. Yeah, that's facts. Y'all is funny. What's up with this? What's up with these comments? It's okay to be gay in 2025. YouTube, y'all is crazy. Black power. Appreciate it. But this right here was what I was breaking down. You know, less than 300 pages. So I'm definitely curious to see what, you know, how he executed his plan. But you know, like I said, some books, they write books for sensationalism and you know, but it seemed this brother's from Detroit, you know, like I said, homeless. And yeah. Invested a nominal amount of money and built the empire. So I definitely want to know what was that, because I definitely want to create me like another like legitimate side, you know, business type of thing, you know, invest a couple $1,000s or something into something, you know. So yeah, I'm still learning. Uh-oh, they got a bunch of freaks. Freaks come out at night. The 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 freaks come out at night. I appreciate the real though. There's, you know, there's real, the authenticity. You know, you're gonna get the bots and thoughts. Come on now, we've been rock and gold. This is part of it's in our bloodline. It's in your bloodline, you know? So, yeah, y'all. Book club. Shoot, one of these lives, I might just hop on here and just read or something, you know? Set the foundation, set the context, show information online that, you know, pertains to what I'm reading, just to put it in further context, you know? But yeah, y'all, this is gonna be a channel where we just, you know, we learn things, man. You know, we learning. So I hope y'all ready to learn, and, you know, from everything, health to sport and play, exercise, all that. I might get on this joint, you know, set the phone up and, you know, start just, you know, because I do push-ups, pull-ups, all that, you know. Good, that's what's up. Good, y'all. So we gonna, you know, everything is nothing. There's so much information out there. And of course, you gotta be mindful of what you dissect and consume, you know. But yeah, there's so much credible, still truthful information out there that we know that I can touch on. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. You know, I'm ecstatic. I'm elated. All that. I'm you know. So yeah, y'all, it's a new epoch, y'all. If you want to hide something from a so-called nigga, put it in the book. You know, for real, for real. So we gotta stay one step ahead of them. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother or sister. You feel me? For real, for real. You know. And yeah, so more content coming out, all that. What y'all? Anybody know about? What y'all know about? Crop? What's it called? Crop top or something? Crop. It's an app. It's an app for the. It's an app to enhance your videos. But like I said, y'all, I'm coming hard though. We coming hard. You know. You know, so it's just know that expect more. You're gonna expect more quality, you know, quality content. And yeah. Let me see, man. I don't think I'm done yet, y'all. I don't think I'm even done yet, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I don't think I'm done yet. Let me see.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
I don't like this. See this dude right here? This dude. I ain't gonna say I don't like him, but I just find it strange that all these white dudes, they can go to the hood, they can go to, they can go, they can go to the hood, they can do all this stuff, do that. But if I try to go interview, nigga, I'm more likely to get shot at, killed, like, like I gotta set something up, I gotta be plugged in, connected, like, man, like, it's I don't like that, y'all. I don't like how it deeply perturbs me, perturbing, y'all. It's unsettling. So we getting a lot of weirdos in the chat, huh, Demi? Like I said, Demi gonna get you up out of there quick, expediently and immediately. And I appreciate the likes, y'all. This is my first live where I actually went live for this long and I got this many likes. So I appreciate y'all. It's definitely instilling a high level of dedication, not motivation. Motivation comes and goes. You can be motivated to work out. That motivation can subside quick. But are you dedicated? To be dedicated and to be motivated is not the same. They are not in the same class, So dedication, for one, I'm dedicated to learning. I love reading and studying and looking up and passing it on, So gratuitously though. I love passing it on gratuitously. Gratuitously. Watch this. Hey Siri. Define gratuitous.
Do you want to hear the
Given or done free of charge. See that?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
No. Given or done free of charge. Doing it gratuitously. Definitely. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that in the archives. Definitely, yes. Demi, all that. The black woman, all that. I'm gonna set all that up. We gotta do all that. Like I said, I don't be getting. I don't know. I don't be getting traction, but I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna set that up too. I'm gonna set all that. StreamYard. I got an account. Yep. Definitely. I definitely would love to do that.
2 men.
Appreciate that. Yeah, y'all. Like I said, just learning, constantly learning, like for real. And like sticking to it, being dedicated, dedication over motivation. Dedication over motivation. I like that. Dedication over motivation. Are you dedicated? Are you dedicated? Are you motivated? Which is prone to being temporary type of attribute, So like I said, to be dedicated, it hit different to be dedicated, y'all. It hit different to be dedicated. So today's live was about Tesla, and really, not actually, it wasn't really about only Tesla. Hey y'all too, bye y'all too. These lives I be having, with these segments I be having, y'all. I be bombarded with so much information, that I might go off on a tangent, on an educational tangent though, not a tangent just, it's gonna be, oh, okay, and then we get back to the main topic at hand, but I be so I be so consuming so much intel that that yeah, I bounce around from here to there, so don't mind me. Would you say dedication falls into the category of consistency? Yes, definitely. Yes. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. Yes. Yes. I would definitely concur with that. I would definitely concur with that. For real, for real. For real. That person was a minticide. Matter of fact, let's look up and see what minticide means. Look, y'all. Minticide. Matter of fact, can lying, look, y'all. Lying to the masses. Somebody put RIP. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. I don't know who that is. It says, so yes, the concept of menticide or killing of the mind can be defined as an organized system of lying and psychological manipulation to control the masses. It is a term used to describe systemic undermining of an individual's or group's mental independence, often through propaganda and psychological coercion. So if you're spewing out lies saying black people commit all these crimes and blacks do this and blacks do that, and it's not verifiable, it is not empirical evidence, then you are a menticidal individual. So we don't recognize people who are menticidal. Sorry, I don't know who that is. So yeah, we only recognize people who are truth seekers, who tell truths, you know? That's what we do around here. Like that whole notion that black people kill black people. Stop that. Whites are the number one killer of whites. We fact check around here. So if you want to put that stuff in the chat, that person wasn't an honest individual. He lived a life that was predicated upon lies and non-verifiable evidence, what you call alternative facts, which is not real evidence. It's half truths, which is not even a whole truth. So we do whole truths over here. If you wanna interface with an individual who prides himself, who predicates himself on knowledge, on truthful information, this is the platform. On things we can look up and verify. It's people who like to actually peruse peruse through books. Then it's the platform. If you like to learn, then yeah. Motivation is based on material things that can be taken away. Yes, I would agree. You just dropped a jewel. I'm stealing. Who was that? Would you say? Yeah, for real. What you talking? Who dropped the jewel? What was the jewel? Yeah, get that. Yeah, get him up out of here. These dudes is weird. I don't even know who that was. People people's RIP, and I never even heard. I don't even know who that is. I don't recognize, liars and non-factual people, who spew out hateful rhetoric. So can you only be motivated by money? I'm gonna have to think about that. Huh? No. I'm saying dedication over motivation. And motivation comes and goes. Motivation leaves. It's prone. There's a constant. People are more prone to say I'm motivated or I have motivation, and like I said, motivation is more likely to not be present in a consistent basis. But to be dedicated, that exudes, that shows, that's a different tier. you know, of one's demeanor, you know. Dedication, it just hit different, you know. It hits the core differently. So, oh, health. So we talk about, I told y'all we do health, right? Is it God's side or the other side? Yeah, I know, Demi. I know. I was being facetious though. I was being disingenuous. You know, I wasn't. You know, I knew exactly what he was saying. I went to that farmer's market, y'all. I had to get my fruit game up. You know, fruit, y'all. And you know and you know they got seeds in it. You know they got seeds in it, y'all. That this, I'm gonna say. I think a cucumber is actually more. I think a cucumber is it has more water content than a watermelon. I could be mistaken, or they could be neck and neck, but water content, vitamin A, beta carotene. Damn it, that was my glass thing. I gotta get that. Oh well, shit happens, right? Yeah. So it's my fruit game. Oh, you know, we got that sweet tea game. You know, we got the sweet tea. You know, it's natural too. You know, we don't do that sugar, none of that stuff, man. So this is a health and wellness, black first. You know. So yeah, we got that. You can't, you know, you gotta have the avocados. You know, I got one left. I gotta get some more, but yeah, avocados. Got the fruits. You know, gotta have the pears. Detox. That's gonna push all that gooky stuff out. Okay, that must have fell on the ground. I gotta. Damn, it's starting to decompose. It's good though. I'm gonna still eat that. I gotta chop that. I'm gonna chop that part off tomorrow. Fuck that. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat that. I ain't wasting nothing. Are these still Gucci? These is good. These is all good. They ain't looking all funny. You see how these apples ain't got no wax on it though? When you go to the store, they be having wax and shit on it. I got this from the farmer's market. They be having wax and shit all on apples and shit. Farmer's market, y'all. See, damn near. It is waxless. You know, ain't got no wax on it like that. Fruits, y'all. Fruits and veggies and stuff. We gotta get our fruit game up. Eat healthy. Black health matters, y'all. You know, meat. Where you get your protein from? Where you get your protein from? And fiber. I would argue fiber is more important than protein. Oh, that goddamn. If you ain't going to the bathroom, you eat 20 times a day. You only going once. That's the problem. You know, black bean burgers and stuff. You know. Veggie burgers and stuff around here. Non-GMO. We don't do no GMOs, y'all. No GMOs, y'all. No GMOs, y'all. No GMOs, y'all. Black health matters around this joint. Ingredients you can actually see. You see that? There ain't hella no goddamn soy. We ain't fucking soy boys around here. Goddamn soy. They put soy in every goddamn thing. This is the least synthetic. This is not synthetic. You know, non-GMO, y'all. If they don't say non-GMO, don't do that. We don't want no non. We don't see. You can the ingredients. It's not a whole bunch of ingredients in there, and the ingredients it is. Oh, hold on, y'all. The ingredients it is. You can actually see though. It's veggies, actual veggies. You know. Oh yeah, I'm plant-based too, y'all. We don't do meat, y'all. Black health matters, y'all. Black health matters, y'all. Black health matters, y'all. We want some healthy stuff around here. No soy in this shit. Samosas. Yeah. Veggie samosas, not meat. I love these. With some rice. With some rice. And I got my bag of rice right here, y'all. See? Non-GMO, y'all. See? Non-GMO, y'all. I don't play that shit. See? Non-GMO, y'all. I don't do that shit. Basmati rice. That's basmati. What somebody say? Yeah, you're right. You're right. We don't want that. We don't do no GMOs, man. We ain't fucking with that GMO shit. And you know, we get our little sweet game on. We got a sweet tooth. What you eat for sweets? No dairy though. That shit's ain't got no cow pus. We don't want cow pus, okay? We want that shit. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Vegetable though. I got the vegetable egg rolls with the rice. I make some rice, vegetable egg rolls. Make some green beans and shit. You know, I'll take these out and I'll put them in a bowl and thaw them out. Though I don't just, I don't make shit frozen. I like to take them out the thing, let them thaw out for about an hour, and then cook them. I saute them. I throw a little bit of oil in there. I throw a little bit of oil in there. Damn. I throw a little bit of oil in there right here. See? This oil right here. I throw a little bit of that oil in that joint. You know, Kirkland. You know, the extra virgin. That's that real extra virgin. That's that real. That's how you know it's real. It's gonna say Italy on the back. You know, it's gonna say Italy on the back. That ain't official, man. See? Product of Spain. My bad, Spain. Well, you know, yeah, Spain. No, that's official. Official, like a referee with a whistle, y'all. So yeah, you got your bananas and stuff. You know, got your fruit game, got your bananas and all that. Gotta have the bananas, man. But yeah, y'all. You know, just a quick snippet. Black-owned brand right here. This is a black-owned company right here, y'all. Black-owned farm. Black-owned right here, too. That's black-owned. Put your money where your mouth is, that's all. You know, you got your baked beans and shit. You know, all your stuff. You see non-GMO. Oh, it's in the can. Non-GMO, that's all I care about. I don't want no goddamn, I don't want to be genetically modified beans and shit. Got your soursop tea. Gotta have the soursop tea bags, y'all. Peace. Subscribe, y'all. Like, subscribe. You don't give a damn about none of that. The hell, who is that? We don't know who that is. We don't recognize that person. I don't know who that is. Who's that? Who's the president? Who's the president of Israel? So black owned, y'all. But yeah, appreciate y'all though. You know, so yeah, we gonna. Yeah, I got some interesting things we can discuss, and you know, I gotta get this glass up and shit. God damn. Let me see. Look, my damn thing didn't broke, yo. Oh, let me see. Turn that shit off. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta get this damn glass up. And it fell right in the crevices, right in the cut. Yep, well, I think I'm gonna call it a day with that one. Like I said, I appreciate y'all though. Health is wealth. You know? What kind of oil? That's I don't eat fast food, homie. I don't eat no fast food. We cook around here. We cook our own food up. We ain't doing none of that fast food. Uber? No, we don't do that. Ain't about to be spitting in my food. Farting on my food. Farting. You know, I'm cool, y'all. Thank you, Demi, for popping in, being loyal and consistent. Like I said, this is, making me just, I gotta just get on I gotta stay on it, I gotta stay on it, man. I got the personality, I got the mindset, so why not? I see all these other goofballs having on these channels and be on here dancing and, hey, goofballs doing a whole bunch of goofy shit, not learning nothing, and they get thousands of views, but the black man come with a book and some knowledge and start talking like he got some sense. Oh, I get shadow banned. Silence that nigga. You feel me, y'all? Like, yeah, y'all, we gotta be, not we, but society gotta be better. Let me get this glass up. We ain't finna do this shit. I gotta get this glass up, y'all. So, but yeah. I appreciate y'all for popping in on me. For popping in on the young God. For popping in on the young God. motivate me to get on my, on my 1-2. Oh, let me see. Man. So I appreciate y'all, but like I said, all these goofies on YouTube, they out here doing a bunch of zilch, nothing, doing all this pop locking and dropping, and niggas is tuning in to them, but what do you leave with besides a giggle? Besides a mirth? That's another word, y'all. M-I-R-T-H. Another word? M-I-R-T-H. M-I-R-T-H. We as a people, black folks, let alone any and all folks, you should want to, whenever you vacate any medium, meaning this is a medium I'm on, anytime you vacate a medium, you should ask yourself, did I leave with more than a mirth? Did I leave with more than a mirth? M-I-R-T-H, meaning laugh. We have to want more than just a ha 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 ha. The fuck? What the hell? I need more than just a laugh. I need to be able to tune into what you're saying, learn something off of what I'm consuming, apply it, etc. You can't just be watching shit and not learning nothing. Because your energy you're giving me is your currency. That's why I say I ain't gonna, I'm not putting donate or none of that. Your donation is your energy to me, and hitting the like button, please, and sharing it. That's your currency to me. I appreciate that. I don't need no donation. I don't need none of that. You feel me? Especially black folks. We out here doing bad enough. You feel me? Now, mind you, if you build an institution, if you build something that's credible, legitimate, reputable, you feel me, and it's ascertainable, verifiable, then yeah, you can definitely because I'm a big proponent of supporting the people, putting money where your mouth is, and yeah, but like I said, your support for me is hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, etc. Small gestures on your end, but big for me. Small on your end, but huge for me. That's why I emphasize it so much. Hit that like button, subscribe. If I said something that ignited or, that brought a level of knowledge to you, then please. I appreciate it, Like Pac said, I appreciate it. Don't you know my love is here, dear mama? I could be entertaining too. But I ain't no goddamn goofy. I ain't gonna be on this motherfucker popping and locking and doing goofy shit, No. I could be entertaining, but you gonna learn something with this entertainment. You ain't gonna be on this motherfucker doing a whole bunch of nothing, body movements and shit. I'm not, what's that dude? Shark bite? No. I'm not doing that. No. Okay, we're not doing that. Get your money, to each your own, but nah, bro. My people, we need to be constantly edified. For real. We need to bring back black intellectuality, man. Bring back black intelligence. Not bring it back, because it's here. It ain't never left. But, this society we reside in is it what's the word? It constantly attempts to shadow ban black intelligence, So yeah, all that, that's why I say it's a new epoch. That's one of my constant favorite phrases. It's a new epoch, y'all, because they don't expect people that look like me to know anything. You feel me? They expect, who's this guy with a chain on? You got a chain on. You're stupid. You got a chain on. No, I want you to think I'm stupid so I can edify you. You feel me? Yeah. Come on with it. You feel me? They think they see this. He's one of those ones. We got one. All right. I want you to think you got one. I'm gonna show you how much you don't got one. You feel me? You feel me? So I'm gonna show you how it's gonna unveil itself for real. So That's why you see I had to change my channel. I had to change the name of my channel to my trademark. I'm still learning. That's the trademark. I'm still learning. You know? No young Didi. We had to get. We had to. What's the word? I had to. What's the word? I had to shed. I had to do away with the young Didi because I kept getting this, or people kept trying to like make it seem like I was like not bloviating, like on some high. No, it wasn't even that. It was just recognizing that I'm a young black god. You feel me? And I'm perpetually young in my godhood though. So that's why the young preceded the deity. Because it's a reminder that that's a God. The battle, or as I say, the trek to godhood is the trek to godhood is perpetually definitely. I didn't even know that there was black. Y'all know there's black Palestinians. I didn't even know there was black Palestinians, y'all. For real. So I did some research. I had to do some research, and I'm like, okay, there's black Palestinians. There's black. It's like 1% of the population over there, and they descend from Nigeria. What else? Is it Mali? I was reading about it, but it's various different parts of West Africa that small percentile of the black Palestinians is 1% of that. It's a small percent of that is but like I said, they descend from various parts of West Africa. So yeah, appreciate y'all. The chat jumping around this motherfucker today, huh? That like button, that subscribe button. Yeah, Demi gonna get you up out of there quick. You ain't got nothing. Come on, yeah, definitely. For real. Only what? African country. What are you talking about, my dude? Wake up. Better wake up, my brother. Whoever you is around them bots. You might be a bot or a thought. Federal Bureau of Investigation around this motherfucker. You feel me? Yeah, they mad at me. They mad at me. I had a renaissance of the mind, Yeah, I don't care about none of that, Yeah. Get your book game up around this joint, Which is stock, hey, the chat jumping. The live is lit. The live is litty. Yeah, I'm definitely. I gotta. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sitting here. Y'all got me thinking. Yeah, y'all. I'm finna cook up some. I'm finna cook up some cold mental cuisines. Yeah, because that's what we finna do around here. I'm finna cook up some cold mental cuisines, y'all. For real. But I appreciate y'all. I really do. This is my first live or shot. This is my biggest live, y'all. I appreciate it for real. I'm gratitudes, I don't like saying humble. Like humble is kind of like it's like a you're supposed to like suppress yourself. It's like saying nice. Be nice. I'm kind, courteous, respectful, but I ain't with that nice shit. I ain't with that nice guy. I'm not a nice guy. You feel me? I'm a respectful, courteous, kind, but no. Nice means I gotta suppress. I gotta lower myself. I have to conform to the domain that I'm in. No, I'm not doing that. No. You feel me? I said we had some solid people that came through. We had some weirdos, and like I said, I'm really just now getting acclimated to this live. So, and I appreciate it. Yeah. For real, matter of fact, every time I do a live, we're gonna have a word of the day, As a matter of fact, every time I start the live and end the live, you know, in conclusion. So in the preamble means introduction stages, we're gonna have a word, and in the latter, or should I say the conclusion part of the segment, we're gonna have a word, you know. So we're gonna double up, you know, we're gonna double preamble. Preamble, yeah, y'all. Like I said, I appreciate y'all. The likes is jumping. But I'm gonna say it's probably the most likes I didn't, you know, I didn't got on a live in particular. Definitely, and I appreciate it for real. Yeah, I'm in my studio and I appreciate it. Damn right, I'm proud of it. And I love it. God damn it. The hell, you not know black folks is the most homeless group? But we're on here talking about some, you're in the studio, you're in the end. Yeah, nigga, my room, my kitchen, they all in, so what, nigga? You know, and so what? You feel me? Shit, I ain't homeless. I can lay down, I can go to sleep. You know, I got a bed, I got a twin size bed, I'm good. You know, full. You know, I got food in my stomach. Remember, it's black people abroad that don't got, you know, that's what's that word I want to say? That's indigent, that is without. So I'm blessed. Remember that, y'all. Be grateful. Be grateful for what you got. This right here is a vegan plant. This is vegan pudding or banana pudding. I'm about to actually make this though. Oh, I didn't show y'all my meal for tonight, huh? I'm gonna show y'all my meal for tonight. Look. Sandwich. This is my meal for tonight. It's plant-based too, y'all. Avocados, bread. Something simple. Simple. You know you can't have a sandwich without having no lettuce, right? I mean, I gotta at least have, I gotta have lettuce on my, I gotta have some of that romaine lettuce too. Not no goddamn iceberg lettuce, y'all. Romaine lettuce with the sandwich. You see the avocado on there. You see that's red hot. You know, black folks. I love my hot sauce. I love a hot sauce on avocados. Put a little bit of hot sauce. That's the cheese on there. You see, that's the vegan cheese. You know, and like I said, I got the organic mustard. Hold on. You seen the lettuce, the romaine lettuce. We got the mayo too. This is plant-based. Oh, I'm serious. We don't play that. You thought I was half-stepping? I got a little bit more. I got another one right here though. Yeah. So that's. I didn't show y'all the peaches. I'm about to eat one. I gotta eat one of these in the morning. Goddamn fruit flies. Only thing I hate about when I get fruit, I get hella fruit flies and shit. But it's cool. I'm about to go in. We ain't playing that. We ain't playing the games. This motherfucker getting soft too, y'all. I got these from the farmer's market, y'all. For real. So, yeah, mayonnaise and stuff. So, boom, simple, you know. So, you know, we call it a sandwich, a little sandwich, you know, just a little sandwich. I'm about to turn this oven on. I got my little apple pie with some chips, y'all. A sandwich with some chips. Pink salt chips, though. Pink salt, see? Pink like pink salt. Healthy for you. That's good. That's the real salt. That's good salt. But this right here, this is my little vegan apple pie. I'm about to put that. I'm about to put this on top of that. But you know, I gotta heat them up first. You know, I don't know if it's a black gang or what it is, but y'all, we gotta heat it up. Like, you know, but to heat that up real quick, kill that. Like I said, I got my little meal, my little sandwich. You know, quick little meal. You know, sandwich. You know, chips. Like I said, pink salt chips. This is healthy. It's not Lay's. Lay's is GMOs too, y'all. I stopped eating Lay's because I found out they were GMOs. But yeah, and you gotta have that romaine lettuce, man. I mean something about that crunch. I gotta have that crunch with my salad. I gotta have that, you know. I got to have the romaine lettuce, and I gotta have. Now it's not a must, but it is a must because I love avocados. But I gotta have avocado on that joint too. Now it's so ingrained now. But like I said, the meat It's plant-based. Do I gotta dig in here and show y'all the meat? And show y'all I ain't playing? Goddamn fruit flies, see? This is we ain't capping around here, y'all. There's no cap. Ain't no cappery around here. See that? Plant-based, field roast. No soy too. Soy free. Oh, that's soy shit. Alright, yeah, y'all. Matter of fact, I got something for the fruit fly. I'm about to put. Fuck that. Hold on, yo. I don't like the fruit fly. Damn fruit fly. Put some paper in that joint, man. Yeah, I don't like that. Pardon me. Need to keep the people waiting, but yeah, y'all. You know, quick little meal, you know. See what the people talking about. My bad. Gravy is the best. Hell no. Peace to mathematics. I like the name, man. Peace. I'm loving the name, mathematics. Mathematics. Subscribe. I'm loving the name, man. I'm loving the name. I'm loving the name, mathematics. You know. Shit, I'm going over fourth. No cap, yo. I'm going over fourth grade math. No, fourth to sixth grade math, man. Sometimes, hey, I ain't even ashamed though, y'all. Sometimes you gotta, you need a refresher with this motherfucker, man. You feel me? You need a refresher, man. Need a refresher. You know? And I ain't even ashamed to say it, man. I'm not even mortified. That's another word, mortified. You know, I ain't even mortified of saying it, you know? Embarrassed. You know, I ain't even mortified, man. You know, we gotta be well versatile, well-rounded around this motherfucker. You can't have motherfucker bop you out your money. Talking about, you know, motherfucker give you, you spend $5 and you give him a 50 and he only give you back 10, and you know. I'll be damn, motherfucker can't get up on me on that level. That's basic math. Ultra basic, but yeah, y'all. Just a little snippet into my life, and you see what we on healthy cuisines, healthy food, healthy everything, knowledge, black power, all that. Let's get it. Let's get it. Peace to math. They say gravy is the best toppings for French fries. I think that might be a Canada thing. Yes, that's some Canada shit, huh? Canada. What you know about Canada, man? What you know about black ice? You know the black Americans established the hockey in Canada. What was it? Nova Scotia, Canada. Look up a book called Black Ice. Talks about that. Black Ice. Yeah, y'all. So plant-based, So yeah, like I said, I appreciate y'all though. This is what I'm on y'all. This detox. Shout out to Dr. Bobby Price, Black Doctor. Y'all might know him on YouTube. I need to go ahead and, get on my detox. I got some, we all got stuff we gotta push out, y'all. We gotta push that shit out. Get it about you. For real, black health matters. See, I'm old school, y'all. I'm a Raisin Bran type of, I'm a Raisin Bran type of brother. I'm old school. I love me some Raisin Bran. For reals. Oh, what that say? Oh, that goddamn non-GMO sign. God damn it. He doesn't play about that non-GMO. You damn right I don't play about that non-GMO sign. What book? Why did I start this book? I got a book right here too, y'all. That's what I mean. I got a book on every goddamn thing, really. Let me see where that book at. It's called GMO. It's a GMO book. It's a non-GMO book. It's a non-GMO book. It's right. Where that book at? I be having books right in my face too. Let me see sometime. No, it's not that one. Okay, let me see. No, now I gotta find it because I know I got the book, y'all. But But this the book. The brother said whoever he is, I don't know if he's a brother or not. He said he from Canada. Black Ice. Look up this book called Black Ice. Black Americans that went on the odyssey from America to Canada and started, like I said, formed in Nova Scotia, Canada. And if it makes you feel better, it was written by a white man. If it makes you feel better, it was written by a white man. Because I know some of us, oh, that book's African. You're just African-centered. And no, I got books written by white people. So I just got real books. I ain't got that fake shit that y'all be reading. I'm gonna come with that weird ass shit. Let me see. Nah, man, I'm trying to find that book, y'all, cause y'all got me on these non-GMOs, and now is it over there? It might be over there. Hold on, let me see. I think it might be over there, y'all. Now I gotta find it because I know I got the book. I ain't getting out this live till I find it. Oh shit. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Where that book at? Let me see. Is it over here? I got books every goddamn where. Is it right here? Man. Y'all, I don't know, y'all. I got that book in here. I know I got that book. I got this algebra book too, though. For dummies. Algebra 1. This is really what I need to put that over there too. But yeah. Algebra 1 book. No, they don't like this. The ones who tapped in, they gonna stay tapped in. Basic plumbing book for at home, Like you do at home, if something go wrong, you can troubleshoot it yourself. At home though, residential. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Cause now it's gonna bug me because I know I was just looking at that book. Now you was looking at something, you just had it, and like, hold on, I know I just had that book. Hold on, hit bingo. See, right here. What that say? Seed of deceptions, genetically engineered foods, exposing the industry and government lies about the safety of the genetically engineered foods you're eating. Seeds of deception, y'all. Biotechnology, man. Biotech industry, shall I say. Okay. Elvis Cleveland. Okay, I hear you. Well, you had Hulk Hogan as your avatar, though. It's cool, though. Remember, if you are not a part of the problem, you're a part. And that's why we're on here discussing information that's going to revolutionize our thoughts, then will in turn revolutionize the way we move around the streets. You hear it? Based off having the proper information contextually, though, So, yeah, I'm back. I never left, so I never left. I'm here and I'm here to stay until they, because I always say this ain't my platform. This is them folks' platform. When you get, the more you ascend, you get them high follower count. They get the probing and, they get to really trying to dissect you and, what's the word? Circumscribe your movements. Circumscribe means to constrict, constrict. Yeah, y'all, circumscribe. That's the word. I'm gonna leave y'all with circumscribe. Don't let nobody circumscribe your. I didn't say circumcise. Circumscribe. Circumscribe. Like to circumnavigate. So that's spelling circum, C-I-R, circumscribe. You know, don't let nobody circumscribe your thoughts, circumscribe your movements throughout life. You feel me? So yeah, that's what we on though. That's what we on. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Demi. Appreciate the new people, everybody that stopped by, the haters, you know, the congratulators. You feel me? And like I said, this is not a shark bite channel. You feel me? Which means we're not court jesters around this motherfucker. We ain't doing no goofy shit. You know. We ain't doing no goofy stuff, y'all. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm about to put this pie up in that oven for about 5 minutes, you know, and they put that pudding on that joint. I'm about to go to work on that joint. And I ain't gonna be on here smacking and cracking and, cause I'm big on mannerisms. I'm big on etiquette. You feel me? You know, if I was eating, I would have to mute my goddamn, you know, be on here. I don't smack though. I guess I'm big on etiquette. So all that, no, close your mouth. All that. Close your mouth. You'll be like big on that. I'm big on. I don't want to hear your. I don't want to hear that. Like chew with your mouth closed. Chew. So if I was eating, I'm very mindful of etiquette. You know, mannerisms. I ain't really too caring about like elbow. I don't beat. Take your elbows off. I don't big into all that. But when it comes to controlling the you know, the smackage. Controlling the smackage that comes from one's mouth due to consuming foods, that is controllable. And some people be out of pocket with it, just like, damn, nigga, you don't hear yourself? Nigga, all that. Like, some people just be reckless with it. They don't, like, they just like, you, like, who raised you? You know what I mean? You know, I understand intermittent, and I understand intermittent. You know, if you eat something, you do but if the whole thing is just, you just, like, no. You don't hear that? You don't hear the smackage, man? Like, come on, bro. That should be, boo. I can't want to take no female to, you know, or anybody to a restaurant. You know, I don't do that. We heavy on the cooking out. We big on the cookouts. You know, we big on the cooking for self. You know, but you know, I don't want to, you know, go nowhere with nobody and eat, and you know, they like I said, they you know, you got bad eating habits. You know, not habits, but your you know, your mannerisms. You know, you have the constant proclivity to smack. You know, like I said, I ain't gonna act like, you know, you ain't gonna have a little. Oh, that's good. A little. Oh, that's actually kind of, you know, but you ain't supposed to be hearing just 100, you know, all you hear is smacks throughout the whole time you're eating, to where everything is, you smacking all the way down to you, to where when you do when what's the word, when your food go down, goddamn it, it's a smack from the time you put the food in your mouth to the entire time. You know, no. So yeah, mannerisms is big. So I appreciate y'all though, for real, for tapping in with me. Yeah, them GMOs, y'all. Yeah, why you so emphatic? Why you so what's it, dogged? Why you so dogged about certain things? Shit. Reading. And Monsanto, the leader, goddammit. Monsanto, y'all. Like I said, we got the pudding. I'm about to slaughter this. This is a wrap. Matter of fact, I'm about to put some foil. So I can, you know, you gotta put the foil in the oven, y'all. Put the foil in the oven. Put the foil in the oven. And I'm about to put this apple pie. This little apple pie, y'all. Little apple pie. Yeah. You know, so it can get a little bit of, it can get a little bit of sunshine. Get some sunshine going. But yeah, you know. Oh, these are my favorite right here. These right here, oh, I kill these. Spicy dill pickle chips. Oh, it's a wrap for y'all. I ain't opened them yet, but you see. Sea salt. You know. Like I said, we just organic, y'all. Organic everything. Organic honey. You know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna lie tomorrow too, cause I'm gonna be you know, we're gonna be, yeah, working out tomorrow. Workout. So, yep. Workout segment. Gonna go to the gym. We're gonna show y'all. We're gonna be on this like I said, Black Health Matters. Exercise matters, you know. Squats, push-ups, dips, sauna, sweating, expelling, you know, getting all that, pushing that gunk out. You gotta push that crud out. You gotta push that crud out, man. And you can do that by eating right. You know, eating your fiber, eating your fibrous fruits and your, you know, because that constipation is real. If I was by my laptop, I'll be, man, what? The constipation in America is real. You know, people ain't shitting. Pardon my profanity, you know. But, yeah, you know, you got to defecate. You got to get that about you, because if it ain't getting about you, where is it at? I'm gonna leave y'all alone, though. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I ain't gonna be on here, you know. But like I said, though, we just on some, you know. It's time to resuscitate. It's time to resuscitate. It's time to resuscitate the minds of the people. You know. If you want to be a John Brown, if you want to be a Cassius Clay, you know, hey. You know. But yeah, peace to you, Demi. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. You know, all the mods. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate the supporters. Appreciate the haters. Appreciate the cloud watchers. Appreciate the cloud watchers. Hey, you gotta keep one in the it for the cloud watchers. Hey, damn glass. I gotta get all that glass up. Oh yeah, too, y'all. I don't eat out of plastic, y'all. We don't play that. We do not eat out of plastic. Plastic lowers the black man's testosterone. All right, we don't do that. We do not eat out of plastic, y'all. So y'all, it's real. We don't eat out of plastic. You know, plastic is not good. It leaches chemicals into your food. If you got some food in the plastic, in the hot sun, in the heat, in the, you know, that whole decomposing. Yeah, so, you know, health is wealth, y'all. Then, you know, I'll leave y'all with this. Coconut. You know, only the best. You know, no Diddy. We don't do no goddamn baby oil. Who put baby oil on themselves? Who the hell putting baby oil? That shit is mineral oil. That's plastic. We don't put, no. Okay? If it ain't this right here, we ain't messing with it, y'all. For real. So, but once again, appreciate y'all. Peace to the people. Gonna get, you know, call tonight, because I want to make sure I get that rest is important now. That optimal sleep. You know, I gotta get my rest back on this proper trajectory. You feel me? Because that is vital. You know, if I don't get my rest, you know, that negatively shifts other endeavors in my life. So make sure we slumber. Make sure it's incumbent upon us to, it's incumbent upon us to make sure we're getting an adequate amount of sleep, you know, and we're slumbering sufficiently. You know, you want a peaceful, hey, I'll be messing with the sounds, y'all. I might do that tonight, but I have like the therapeutic, that puts me in a deep slumber. When I put my, like, I got my boombox, I put that on with my therapeutic, man, out. Don't have a good workout and had a therapeutic noise in the background, slumber mode. Slumber mode. But peace to y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm still learning. You know, that's the platform. That's what it is. You know, we're going to learn. We're going to keep learning because that's what life is about. It's a perpetual journey of learning. You feel me? So peace to y'all. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button. The likes has been busting out the busting out the crevices. Appreciate you, Demi. Appreciate you. Peace to you. Peace to Yolanda. Everybody. Sizzle Moon. Peace to you. For real. And we out. About 2 hours? Oh yeah. So I'm glad I imparted some information on y'all, and yeah, now it's time to reboot. You know, you got to reboot the system. You know, you got to go in the incubator. You know, you got to incubate them. You got to reboot the system. You know, reboot the system so you can have a fresh database. You know, peace from Texas. Like, share, subscribe, please. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. You know, it's a new epoch. Black intelligence is back. It never left. We out.